Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Chat.
The Edmonton Oilers going after the ever-elusive 3-game winning streak as they take on the Buffalo Sabres tonight at 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. The Oilers 13-11-5 on the season. They have pushed their way into a wild card spot in the NHL's Western Conference. The Buffalo Sabres are 11-14-4. They are the only team in the Eastern Conference with a points percentage below 500, and they are in last place. They have lost 3 straight, and of course were beaten fairly soundly last night in Calgary by the Flames. The Oilers expected to keep going with the same lineup here that they've had for the last couple of games. McDavid between Nugent Hopkins and Hyman, Draisaitl centering Podkolzin and Savoie, Henrique with Janmark and Mangiapane, Lazar with Frederick and Tomashek. Defensively, Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Regula, and Kulak with Emberson. Stuart Skinner will be your starting goaltender against Buffalo in his career, 3-4-1 with a 2.77 goals against average and a .905 save percentage. Alex Lyon expected to be between the pipes for the Sabres against the Oilers, 1-1-1, 4.06 goals against average and a .902 save percentage. You're going to hear from Chris Knobloch, Matthias Ekholm, and Stuart Skinner over the course of the afternoon. We will have Marty Biron on the show in about 35 or 40 minutes to talk more about the Buffalo Sabres. He's always a great guest. Shawn Belle from Edmonton Sports Talk and Hello Hockey will also join us. We have some news from the Edmonton Elks as well. Cody Fajardo, quarterback, gets a 1-year extension, so he's signed for the 2026 season. And the Elks schedule, the CFL schedule, was released today as well. And the Elks will play their first regular season game June 6th at Ottawa. The home opener, they get a bye in week 2. Home opener in week 3 is the Montreal Alouettes, Saturday, June 20th. I don't mind this. A 2 o'clock game on a Saturday afternoon. Going to be a lot of daylight on June 20th. I mean, basically, Jay, the game will end around 5. You'll still have 6 hours of daylight. Pretty much.
That's the day before summer solstice.
That's right.
So that's one of the longest or brightest days of the year.
Very bright.
Very bright.
We'll call it the Illumination Bowl.
Yes, we must.
We must call it that. We'll talk a little more Elks and CFL later on in the program. How you doing, buddy?
Reid, I'm fantastic. It's been a great day. I just love being here. You know, you come to work, you get to see and meet lots of nasties. I just said hi to Calvin and Marge. We're in here picking up their nasty packages.
Right.
I get to see you. I get to see Coob. I get to see all the guys. Help Dusty put up the Christmas angel.
It's an amazing angel.
Yes, which is an empty 6 o'clocker lager can. It really ties the tree together. It's been a fun day. I think Matthew Iwanek is also in a better mood.
It's hard to tell.
At this time of the year. Well, last year, you know what our office turned into. It was a maze of nasty packages.
Oh, yes.
It with the extra space here, it really comes together quite nicely. So I think it's putting him at ease.
Oh, I hope so, because he's been quite persnickety. To me, anyway. Maybe that's just to me.
I've had nothing but...
You and I had an idea today, and we're not going to get too much into the weeds on this. You and I had an idea today that we thought would help office performance and morale, and it was soundly rejected by our crew. Without barely even acknowledge we spoke. Now we're not doing that.
Okay, yeah, it was turned down quite aggressively. I think it would be fun.
I think it'd be very fun.
Yeah.
Several ways to reach us. Eric is using the Nasty Chat. That's the chat stream on YouTube. He says, our Christmas concert got canceled today. Now, I'm wondering if Eric meant to post that there or if that was supposed to be a text for someone. that he accidentally wrote in the
I don't
message
know.
chat. I'm not sure.
I want to know.
There's a story behind it. Maybe he just feels like telling us.
I want to know why it got canceled.
People put a bunch of stuff in the nasty chat. Sometimes it's relevant to what we're talking about. Sometimes it's relevant to sports. Sometimes people just post stuff. Sometimes they just want to have conversations with other people. I don't know.
Big Uke says something in the chat that you alluded to as well. Can't wait to do the Elks game at 2 and the Oilers Stanley Cup final game at 7 that day.
Yeah, well, it would be at 6, first of all.
Do you think that there was part of the Elks demanding that their home opener not, if the Oilers were to get that far, not even conflict at all? Because they could have had that game.
Because they have to move the home opener in 2024 to the afternoon.
They could have had that game at 5 p.m.
So
like
if the
other
Oilers
Saturday
happen
games.
to be in the Stanley Cup final, and there happens to be a game on Saturday, June 20th, which is far from a guarantee, they would not have to move the game. It'd already be in the afternoon.
Foresight.
Maybe. Who knows?
I will say I know for a fact that they fought hard for their home opener to be on A, Saturday, and B, in the afternoon.
I like the afternoon games.
I think it's great.
Even in the summer, I like the afternoon games. You get to have lunch at home. You go to the stadium. Hopefully the weather's good. You watch a game. You get out. Then you can go have supper out or go home for supper or make plans in the evening. I like the afternoon. I especially like the matinees in the fall, like the 1 or 2 o'clock games, and it's just cooling off. Like you can feel that crispness in the air. So it's maybe cooler, but it's still going to be nice enough during the afternoon that maybe you got to wear a sweater or a hoodie or a warm coat, but you won't have to worry about being there when the sun is down and maybe it gets even colder. So I don't mind the matinees at all.
Quite a few earlier games. I mean, they play a 2 p.m. game, 1 p.m., 1 p.m., 1 p.m., and their final game at Saskatchewan Saturday, October 24th is also a 1 p.m. game.
Right.
Nice.
That's in Regina.
Yes. Capital of Saskatchewan.
It is. I didn't hear how their team did this year, though. So you can get in touch in the nasty chat. That's on YouTube. If you are watching us on YouTube, I have another very small responsibility I'd like you to take care of. If you haven't done so already, hover your mouse over that thumbs up button and give it a click.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
We try to get to 100 thumbs every show. We've been doing very well doing that as we've gotten deeper into the hockey season. We did get over 100 yesterday, though it took a little longer than I thought. The pace slowed down. So don't wait. Click the thumbs up. Now, you can only do it once. Once you've clicked the thumb for your account, you're good. Once you've done that, the other little thing you can do is click the share button, and you can fire off a link to the show to some other people in your life who you think this show will have some value to, or who Edmonton Sports Talk will have some value to. So that's pretty fun. You can, yes.
I wonder how many people are listening right now that have not yet subscribed to Edmonton Sports Talk.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I bet you there's a lot of people watching. If you haven't subscribed, do it. It helps.
You might as well do it.
It helps us, the old algorithm, Reid.
Yeah. Well, it does. And then, I subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk, obviously.
Yeah.
I subscribe to some other YouTube channels. And then what's great is when you go into YouTube, the latest videos from those channels. So, if I'm... I'm not an early riser. I get up while the Nielsen show is on. I open YouTube. First video suggested to me, the Nielsen show.
Boom.
Click play. I'm streaming it on YouTube.
Worth it right
I give
there.
it a thumbs up, so it's really helpful. You can also email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com or jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. We like getting a limerick or 2 or 3 or 4 over the course of the show, so don't hesitate to send those in as well. If you use the old-fashioned technology of texting, the number is 780-218-9999, and you're sending it into the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant, Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu that's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. So a lot on the orders in the Sabres today to get you ready for this game. We'll dive into some Elks CFL topics as well. We'll talk a little bit about last night's Monday Nighter. I may offer a quick movie review of the film I attended last night, if we have time for that a little bit later on. So a lot of things to dive into. We're going to do here, Jay, the first clue.
Yes.
For the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Boxing Day just got better. On December 26th, Hudson's Pub is offering 50% off all drinks all day
What?
and night. So Boxing Day, you want to loosen up You want to burn off some of that stress of having to stomach a few hours with your family on Christmas Day. Going on Boxing Day with people you really want to hang out with. 50% off all drinks all day and all night. So Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game. You're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. We only accept guesses that come in to the afternoon inbox. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino. Do not post them in the nasty chat. Do not email them. Do not, well, you could shout them out in your office, but you can't win. So maximum 3 guesses per person. Okay? Very simple. We've been doing this a while. If you have won this in the last 3 weeks, you're not eligible to win. We do have a bit of a moratorium, so we spread the wealth around a little bit for this. The first clue is Spartans. Okay? The first clue is Spartans. Easy enough?
Easy peasy.
Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game.
Do you think anybody gets it after the first game?
I don't know. I really don't know anymore. Anything is possible.
I would say it would be unbelievable if someone.
I would not. I'm not stunned by anything anymore.
Nothing surprises you, huh?
Nothing at all. Very few things surprise me. And we'll keep giving out a clue. Well, 5 clues. So we'll give it a clue once or twice an hour. That's the first clue. Time for the afternoon headlines. They are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rocks. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The cut-ups at Rogers Place tonight. The Oilers can win 3 in a row for the first time all season. Hey, the last time the Sabres made the playoffs, my brother-in-law only knew 1 loan shark. The Chargers beat the Eagles in overtime. Did Jalen Hurts know which team he was throwing to? Maybe Philly fans can pelt him with snowballs instead of Santa Claus. Fajardo is a go for another season with the Elks. And the new CFL schedule has the Elks starting in Ottawa. Hey, Jason Milne, is that the House of Commons in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I'm Chet Palmer.
I'm starting to wonder what Chet Palmer wants with me.
He wants to know what's in your pocket.
He's certainly interested.
Or if you're happy to see him.
In what's in my pocket. I'm always happy to hear from Chet. I've never seen the guy. Love to see him. I wonder what happened.
Is that the House of Commons in your pocket? That's not a very... It's not the shape of something that would be visible through your pants, is it?
Well, possibly.
I guess.
Possibly if it was a... maybe it had a Prince...
A Prince Albert on it.
On it. Oh. So Max Bezzosi got kicked off the chat or something?
I think accidentally yesterday someone banned him. And then once you're banned for the show, they can't unban you.
Well, now he's back as Mex Bezzo 2.
Oh, good. Well,
Mex
that's
Bezzo
fine.
2.
Well, I think his account should work from yesterday.
I don't know how that works.
Or maybe he just renamed his account because you can rename your handle, I think.
Well, he'll always be Mex Bezzozu to me.
Right.
Can't take that away.
That's very sweet. All right. So the first clue, Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game, Spartans. And Chet Palmer was here with your sports update, so that kind of gave it the cut-ups of Rogers Place tonight. I guess that's his pet name for the Sabres.
The cut-ups?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, Sabres cut things up, I guess.
Sabres, they have swords.
They have the most literal logo in sports. What is their logo?
Yes,
a buffalo about to get dissected. Dissected or bisected? Cut in half, bisected.
Bisected.
By 2 Sabres. Like that, it's not safe what the Sabre in that logo is doing.
Do you think the buffalo is actually in danger? I
think that buffalo's in deep danger.
I don't think so. I think the buffalo knows exactly what it's doing. I think the buffalo is intimidating the Sabres by running in such a aggressive manner.
No, fair enough. I never thought of that.
That buffalo does not look scared at all.
Well, I guess.
That buffalo looks like it's taking on the Sabres.
I don't know enough about the facial expressions of buffaloes. Sabres, by the way, are 2-9-2 on the road. The Oilers are 7-3-2 on home ice. The special teams story, this will be interesting tonight. You got the number 1 power play in the NHL. That's the Oilers, 33.3%. Sabres PK is good, 85.5%. That's third. Buffalo's power play is 13th at 19.1%. That seems like that can't be right. That seems low percentage to still be 13th. I'm just going off the NHL game notes. The Oilers power play 80.8%. That is 17th in the National Hockey League. And again, more on this game as we move through the afternoon. We got a good who came up with this off-topic topic? Was this you or Coop?
Coop.
This was Coop's. So I'll let you introduce it, Coop. The off-topic topic. Oh, did we tell you which one we're going with?
I think so. Yeah, we discussed it in the Yes, I know which one. So
William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Well, there's been a lot of skill in the Oilers' history. There's a lot of great lineups that you can make, but there's also been some love for what some people would call goons. So people who do the dirty work, get in the nitty-gritty, drop the gloves every once in a while. Might be a bit derogatory to call them goons, but people who like to drop the mitts, lay a hit here or two, might lose a tooth here and there as well, and just keep fighting. So,
I asked Reid about the goon, and that to us is guys that fought.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the dream Oilers goon lineup? Either, what would it be? Just a forward line or the whole starting five?
I got a starting five.
Well, I did 5 because Jay was doing 5. At first, I just did 3.
You can do whatever you want. 3, 5, throw a goalie in there.
Are we going to give ours here?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, sure. Did you do it, Coop?
I did.
Okay.
Yes. So I only had 3. Okay. I only made the forward group. Probably George Larocque, Dave Semenko, and Pat Maroon.
Oh, Pat Maroon is not a goon. In no capacity at all is Patrick Maroon.
Not even close?
Goon. How many times did he fight as an Oiler?
I mean,
he played on the first line.
That he did. I mean, it was
that'd be like calling Mark Messier a goon. Like, he could fight. He was not a goon. Like, a goon is a goon is perhaps not even in the NHL, especially from the 80s, unless he could fight.
Okay, well, I'll sub him out with Esa Tikkanen.
Esa Tikkanen, not a goon.
Well, okay,
he was a pest.
He plays dirty. Could he not? Could he not drop the gloves and get in there?
Yeah, he wouldn't even know.
Could you not have skill and be a goon at the same time?
Yes, but how is Esa Tikkanen a goon? How many times did he fight?
I don't know. He would always lay the body.
He's a pest.
He was just a pest.
He's a pest. I'm sure he fought, but I wouldn't count him as a goon at all.
Couldn't you put Messier in there?
That's because one of the first.
He could kick the you-know-what out of you, too.
Right, but he could do a lot more than that.
Yeah, he wasn't known for fighting, I guess.
I
didn't go with Semenko because, honestly, that does not connect with me. Like, I never really watched, or I was too young to really be involved with the Oilers at that age. So I did go with George Larocque.
As did I.
I went with Steve McIntyre.
Oh, that's a good one.
And Marty McSorley. And then defense, I went with Brian Marchment and Jason Smith.
See, I don't think Jason Smith's a goon.
In no way was Jason Smith a goon.
But in no way was category. Like, you guys are doing this list. You don't even know the definition of goon.
I'm trying to give you all I could find. The other one I had was Chris Pronger.
Not a goon.
Not a goon.
See, I kind of went into this with the mindset of somebody who
we should have left the defense out of it. Jeez.
Exactly.
What a
wow! That pen went flying! Holy smokes! But I kind of went into this with the mindset.
We can't have another eye injury to read. That would have been bad.
That pen skipped like a rock.
Sorry for the
my forwards are Dave Brown, Dave Semenko, and George Larocque. Now, defensively, it was tough because I picked 2 guys who are also very good defensemen, but could also be very physical and had a lot of penalty minutes. So I'll admit the defense category is weak.
Okay, that's good. All right, we're on the same page.
But Jason Smith, I don't think in any way belongs in the goon category.
His nickname's Gator.
True. I have Dave Manson and Jeff Bukaboom.
Dave Manson, good one. You didn't say anything about Marchment. That's probably one of the gooniest Oiler defenseman ever.
Yeah, he could have been up there, maybe. He was a big hitter.
He was.
I don't know. I can't remember how often he fought. No, the goaltender is more just for fun.
Well, and there's only one answer.
Mike Smith.
Of course.
Did you do a goalie? Oh, you just did forwards.
Yeah, I only did forwards, but my mindset in this was somebody who would be intimidating and kind of bring some pain to their game. So I'm sorry, Reid, if I picked somebody who wasn't fully under the umbrella.
Well, you don't have to
of a goon,
apologize. You just have to learn.
I do have to learn. I know, but when I looked at the line, a lot of these other names that I saw, it was Dale Hunter was up there.
Dale Hunter was never an Oiler.
Well, I'm looking at the wrong stats sheet sent because I searched up Oilers.
Dave Hunter was an Oiler.
Dave Hunter, the other Hunter. But he had a lot of penalty minutes. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't really watch Hunter play at all. So, I mean, I didn't see Semenko either, but I hear the stories. And that was a top key player for me. So that's why I went Tikkanen as well. He was kind of like the bodyguard for Gretzky, was he not?
No, Semenko would be the bodyguard for Gretzky.
Oh.
And this is like we did this as just Oilers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people are like Jason and Leduc says Brown, Probert, McSorley.
Yeah, but that's all time. Yeah, this is an Oilers goon line. And defensively, like Dave Brown and Dave Semenko were primarily in the NHL because they could fight. Somebody said, Larac was actually an effective fourth line forward. Fair enough. He's more known for his fighting. We're
talking about people.
I know he got one hat trick, which is pretty amazing. McIntyre is a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. VR Montenegro, McSorley, Semenko, Larac, Gator, Marchment, and Mike Smith.
See, I don't consider Jason Smith a goon at all. Like even the defenseman I picked, I was hesitant to pick because Bukaboom was a very good defenseman. But he did get a lot of penalty minutes, so he could fight. I guess he could goon it up. I guess you could have somebody who could goon it up or be a fighter.
Well, let me put it to you this way: were other players intimidated by their physicality or their ability to be physical or their ability to drop the gloves if the time was right?
Yeah, sure.
Then that could be as effective as being maybe even more effective as some of the.
But Maroon still would not fall into that category.
I agree. Uncle Jesse says Steve McIntyre has the best nickname, goon nickname. Wasn't it Smacintyre?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Big Dave, would Cassian qualify as a goon?
Borderline. I mean, the different eras, too. Like, I went to the 80s immediately when thinking of this because I'm not quite old enough to remember the 70s. So that's why I have, Larac is not from the 80s. But, like, to me, Brown and Semenko were no debate.
I think there's a lot of love here for, Dave Brown, Dave Semenko, and Brian Marchment. Well, Larac, too.
Yeah.
Like, those are four that are coming across.
Like, Marchment had that low bridge hit, right, where he could take your knees out, which I guess is a goon tactic, I suppose. I don't think he fought a ton.
Yeah, Collingwood Rob. Mike Smith, Brian Marchment, Dave Manson, Dave Semenko, George Larac, Dave Brown.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Stosny says Stortini.
Oh, yeah. That would be.
It's a good one.
He would have been limited in other areas of the game.
True.
Well, this is a good one. You got people all fighting.
Scott on a hotel balcony in Beaumont says, Coob is getting a verbal thrashing from Reid. Reminds me of my grade 8 math teacher letting loose on me.
I'm not thrashing Coob. But you can't pick Patrick Maroon as a goon. He had 27, 28 goals one year. He played on a line with McDavid and Draisaitl. He was not the goon of that team.
Yeah, he wasn't. Even watching him, it was just. But he had the potential of doing that.
I think he fought a couple of times.
He's got the heart. He comes out there. He's not the most intimidating. The next one would have been Messier, though. The Moose. Like, he can put people in his
fear of God into you and threaten you.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, I suppose.
Nate the Builder. Everyone is forgetting Dave Brown. He was a killer.
Well, a lot of
Dave Brown is very.
Barry the Cheater says, okay, I'm getting angry
oops,
now.
Never mind.
A goon, by definition, is not a hockey player, just a guy that likes to fight. Yeah, I suppose that's... Like, are you really a good hockey player if you're a goon?
Well,
like, was Kelly Buchberger a goon? He fought, But, I mean, he was a pretty effective player.
Waddy and Clover there, where does Raffi Torres fit in?
To me, he doesn't.
Yeah, a couple people are saying Luke Gazdic as well.
Yeah, well, Luke was in that role. Yeah, for sure.
What about Strudwick?
No, because he played.
But he was a fighter.
He could fight, yeah. But he had other abilities.
Yeah, so did Semenko.
True.
Right?
Oh, DeBrusk. Nobody mentioned DeBrusk. He was kind of like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is a good one.
This is a good one.
But I think are Brown and Semenko coming up the most?
Brown, Semenko, Larocque, and Marchment. Actually,
Marchment. Okay, that's fair enough. All right, 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. The off-topic topic for William Huff. Yeah, it's a good one. Good idea, Coop. Your all-time Oilers goon line: 3 forwards, 2D, and a goalie. If you can come up with it, though, I think Mike Smith would have to.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Was it, like who?
Like we didn't even have a stick swinger like Billy Smith,
Right.
for the Islanders.
Was there there had to have been another Oilers goaltender to fight?
Well, I can't remember who at some point. All right, we better get to a timeout here. We'll have Jay's play of the day next. Marty Biron at around 3:40. Here's Zach.
Games in the NHL tonight with the Oilers and Sabres dropping the puck at Rogers Place. Stuart Skinner backstops Edmonton, challenging Buffalo, who lost 7-4 in Calgary yesterday. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson tee up the action. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock right here on EST. On the field, the Elks have signed 33-year-old Cody Fajardo to a one-year extension. With the CFL releasing next year's schedule, Edmonton starts the season on the road in Ottawa June 6th with their home opener June 20th against the Alouettes. From Indianapolis, multiple sources have reported that Phillip Rivers is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Colts. The 44-year-old last played in the NFL during the 2020 season. Baseball news: ESPN has reported that the Phillies and Kyle Schwarber have finalized a 5-year extension worth $150 million. And in the association, Toronto plays host to the New York Knicks, having a total of 2 games on today's slate. Tip-off for that one is at 6:30. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists. You've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at AdvantageSportMed.ca. To book an appointment today, the Reid Wilkins Show rolls on. After the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hired or fired, the Canucks should trade Quinn Hughes this season.
Fire it. You're never going to win. I don't know. I feel like they're in an insane position here because there's no good outcome, it feels like now.
You're not probably winning that deal, right?
Can we get back to top 10?
Hey, we can go back there if you want.
You're going to lose him anyway, though.
Not this year, but he's a
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Oilers game tonight at 7 at Rogers Place against the Buffalo Sabres. We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. After 4 p.m., grab an 8-inch, 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. We'll have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6 with Tom Gazzola, so right after this show. And then Tom's on after the game with the postgame show. I'll join him for my spot there with Reid's Reid to see how the Oilers do against the Sabres. Good discussion for our off-topic topic for William Huff. What is your dream Oilers goon line? So I guess the first thing, you have to define a goon. Now, to me, a goon is someone who is primarily on his team because he can fight.
Which is
in this day and age, I would
necessity in today's game.
I would struggle to put any Oiler of about the last 15 years on this list.
Well, and that's Waddy and Cloverdale sums it up. This off-topic topic shows that the term goon is subjective and has changed with the game.
Right.
Luke Gazdick could be considered a goon, but he's also your most pleasant guest.
Yes, very much so.
Plumber Topher says, where does Lucic fit in as a goon?
Yeah, see, that's an interesting one. I guess what I would say is there's a difference between a power forward and a goon.
That's a good point.
I mean, let's take a look. Now, again, I'm going to go back to the 80s and 90s when there were more goals and more penalty minutes. Brendan Shanahan, Rick Tocchet, Keith Tkachuk. Were they goons?
What about Ty Domi?
He would be borderline.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be a bit of a goon. Because the three guys I just mentioned were much more skilled than Ty Domi, but they could also, Jeremy Roenick.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go back and look at all the fighting stats. I would assume, well, Shanahan used to say he would try to fight 3 or 4 times a year just to prove that he would. You know, certainly talk it, but they could score 30, 40, 50 goals. So I have trouble, me personally, I have trouble putting anybody who consistently played on their first or second line on their team as a goon.
That's fair. Yeah, this is interesting. No, Louis DeBrusk has been brought up.
Louis DeBrusk was mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, for the Oilers, we're getting a lot of Brown, Semenko, McIntyre, Stortini,
Larac, yeah.
Kevin McClelland didn't get mentioned, but he could be up there. But this is the thing. He scored one of the biggest goals in Oilers history. 1-0 win over the Islanders in the Cup final. So, yeah, Lucic, I wouldn't put in that category. Maroon, I wouldn't put in that category. I guess I flash back to the 80s and 90s for a lot of this. When there might be guys employed, like where a coach would even say, well, he serves a very specific purpose on our team.
Right.
Basically saying, I know he can't skate. I know he can't handle the puck. I know if he scores, it'll be an accident. Anyway, that's a fun one. Marty Biron coming up in 5 or 6 minutes, so we better dive into this special part of the show right now.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
It is presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today and deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus.
Well, I just thought this would be a great game to just load up. Just throw them all in the bucket and see how it fares out. Well, Dusty did that earlier today. He took many of the things that I was also thinking about. So I really just went and simplified it. Jay's play of the day. McDavid, Draisaitl, Nuge, Hyman, and Bouchard. All to get a point or more.
1 point each or more.
1 point each from those
five
players.
guys, though.
That's 5 guys.
That's a quarter of the roster.
That's true. Boosted to plus 294. So that's McDavid, Draisaitl, Nuge, Hyman, and Bouchard, all to get 1 or more points. That has been boosted to plus 294. You can find that at playalberta.ca or on the Play Alberta app. Click on sports, click on ESC specials, and you will find Jay's play of the day, as well as several plays of the day. The Reid Wilkins, Trent Frederick goal,
still ongoing.
Play of the day is still ongoing.
Okay.
And I want to jump on that at plus 540.
And now these 5 gentlemen you have getting a point, is that in an Oilers victory or is that in any result?
Nothing to do with the Oilers winning.
But you would think if all 5 of them at least get 1 point, the Oilers would probably be on the happy side of the result.
Probably. Most likely. But, I wanted to stay away from that. I haven't had great luck with the old money line lately. Haven't had great luck with the old Jalen Hurts lately. He really let me down last night. So did the Eagles.
Yes.
Head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. You'll see all the plays there. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, presented by Play Alberta. Oilers versus Sabres tonight. Edmonton 13-11-5. Can they finally win 3 in a row? The Sabres heading in the other direction. They are 11-14-4. Skinner versus Lyon is the expected goaltending matchup. Plenty more on this game throughout the afternoon. We'll also talk about Cody Fajardo's new deal with the Elks, and also the Elks schedule was released today. The entire CFL schedule was released today. Marty Biron in the next segment. Here comes the Coop.
Stuart Skinner starts for the Oilers as they take on the Sabres at home. Edmonton looking for its first 3-game win streak of the season. Tom Cazzola, Ben Thompson set the table during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That airs at 6 o'clock right here on EST. W News 33-year-old Cody Fajardo has inked an extension to stay in Edmonton through the 2026 season, with the CFL releasing next year's schedule. The Elks open their season out east in Ottawa June 6th before hosting the Alouettes for their home opener June 20th. NFL news, multiple sources have reported that 44-year-old Philip Rivers is coming out of retirement to sign with the Colts. Rivers retiring after the 2020 season in the MLB. ESPN has reported that Kyle Schwarber and the Phillies have agreed to a 5-year, $150 million extension. To the association, there's 2 games on today's slate. The Raptors face the Knicks at 6:30. Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has won the 2025 Northern Star Award for being the top Canadian athlete of the year. Marty Biron checks in on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Has Evan Bouchard legitimately put himself in the conversation to be on Team Canada?
The answer is no.
That's a quick no.
The answer is no. I have a reason why.
Okay, all right, give it to me. Before, I wouldn't even have asked the question. And now I'm like, you know what? He's played really well for over a month.
Overall.
Doesn't have to play in the top 6. You could just have him there.
No.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Game 4 of the Oilers' 5-game homestand is tonight. They will be facing the Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres took it to the Oilers when these teams met a few weeks ago. Edmonton looking good last 6 or 7 games. Sabres coming off a tough one against the Calgary Flames last night. Shawn Belle's going to check in at 4 o'clock. Always good to talk to him. And we're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline right now. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. We love having this guy on the show. I used to have him on my previous show as well. Like me, he puts up with Jay Onright in his life, so he gets bonus points for that. And full disclosure, I made a bit of a boo-boo with this guy, Jay. I asked him to come on a couple weeks ago, and it's Marty Biron, of course, and he's like, Reid, U.S. Thanksgiving, buddy. You are a turkey, but I'll be eating turkey. So I'm glad. It worked out much better today. I hope that the food was delicious, by the way.
Oh, it was so good. And it's not just the food, it's the drinks. So I'm like, listen, I like to get in early, get a couple of cocktails. I'm like, I'm not working on Thursday. I know it's Thursday for you guys up north, and it was for me forever. But I've fully adopted the American Thanksgiving tradition, and I go all out.
Well, so do you still do a Canadian Thanksgiving, though? Do you do 2, or do you just do the U.S. one now?
It's kind of funny because I grew up in Quebec, and we didn't really do Canadian Thanksgiving. Like the big family, reunion type of, if you do a big thing, it was New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. So those were the traditions back home. We had the day off. It was like, but I remember thinking like, what's the big deal with this day, like in October or whatnot? But then I realized later in life that, the rest of Canada does a pretty fancy Thanksgiving as well. The only thing, as Jay Onright said to me the other day, he goes, the only thing is you never know when to eat on Canadian Thanksgiving. Do you do it Saturday? Do you do it Sunday? Do you do it Monday? Like you never know when to eat. I think we should all say North American Thanksgiving is the last Thursday of November, and we should all be taking part of that.
Well, Jack Michaels, who you know, and is obviously an American working in Edmonton, has often told me that Canadians don't do Thanksgiving properly. But
yeah, no, that's not true. Listen, my son played 2 years of juniors in Ontario, and it was a big get together. It was a lot of fun. Now I'll tell you a funny story. When I was in Philly, some Americans don't really know what is going on in Canada. So we're in Philly, and one of the guy's wife was shopping in early October for turkey and a big meal, and she's going through the checkout line, and the cashier says, "Oh, you're making like a big feast?" And she says, "Yeah, it's the Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend." And the cashier goes, "Oh, it's already November up there?" And it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's just a different day. The calendar doesn't change because it's Canada. It's not how it works.
Oh, it's metric. It's the metric calendar. Yeah, it's a little bit ahead of the other one. All right. Well, it's great to have you on the show. We love having you. Perfect timing today with the Sabres in town. I mean, look, we know what it's been like in Buffalo. And Edmonton was there because Edmonton missed the playoffs 10 years in a row. But the Sabres, it's like, well, they drafted this guy, and sometimes it's like, well, they start the season well, and they never get over that hump. And even this year, like it's not a terrible record, but you still look at the standings, and they're behind everybody else in the East. Like, where are they at? Is there hope for them to put something together over the final 2/3 of this season?
So the year started very poorly in a health situation. Like, you had a lot of injuries, and it wasn't really the roster you wanted to start the season with. And then Josh Norris goes out very first game. He's been great since returning. But in the games that the Sabres were not producing a lot of goals, well, he's getting a point or two. And then against the Flames, well, they're producing 4 goals, but they gave up 5 and 2 empty netters on top of it to make it 7. So it hasn't really worked out health-wise the way they wanted. Now, because of health and because of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's injury and training camp, he had a nagging lower body. So they ended up getting Georgiev. They had already signed Lyon. They picked up Colton Ellis on waivers. They waived Georgiev, and then they ended up mutually agreeing to terminate his contract. But you still have 3 goalies in the NHL club. And Alex Lyon started fantastic, played almost every game, and then it's disappeared. Well, you know what? He's only had 1 start in the last 10, I believe. So that's not easy for him. Colton Ellis has been in and trying to get going. He's a very good prospect. Is he fully NHL ready yet? Not sure. He's looked good at times, and other times he's looked like he's a little lost. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, inconsistent. Yesterday was only the second time in the season that he's given up more than 3 goals in the game, but he got pulled after 2, gave up 5, was fighting it. So I don't think that this was the roadmap, right? Have a lot of injuries, have 3 goalies, have some roster constraint because of the 3 goalie situation. So I think it's been a challenge for Lindy Ruff, Kevin Adams, but there's not really any changes that are being made. So with the roster or with those situations, so it's becoming hard.
I want to touch on it, and I know he's been there for over a year now, but I want to touch on Ryan McLeod. And somebody asked me, I did a hit on our show on Saturday after the game, and they said, look ahead to this game. And I said, you know what? Savoie and McLeod in the same game, especially now Savoie is playing better, is interesting. He's younger. McLeod had some very good moments as an Oiler. I don't know what you see, but sometimes Ryan was criticized here for having the speed, but not getting to that dirty area, not getting the net. But I also know he had a career high in points last season. How is he playing there? And how has maybe they don't talk about the trade there, but how's McLeod doing? How do you look at this swap now about a year and a half later?
They don't talk about the trade much because I feel like this was maybe one of the positive that fans are looking at. Like, look, the fan base didn't really care about the draft picks and the prospects. They're like, we need players, right? And Ryan McLeod came in and really had a good year last year. and they needed that. And he brought in an element of speed. Now, because of injuries, then maybe they tried to play him in a different role, and he was really good early. Now he's got no points in the last 6. And that is maybe a big part of why, over the last little bit here, they've lost the last 3 on the road. They were playing for 500 hockey before that. You're thinking 6-game road trip. Maybe that changes things. It went the other way. I think McLeod's been good. The speed is there, although this year maybe it hasn't been as evident on the ice. The speed, there's still some flashes and some moments, but he's not playing with the same guys on a regular basis. One game is with Zucker and Tuck, and then the next game is with Benson and Quinn, and one game is with Doan and Thompson, and it's like there's no consistency for him to be able to get adjusted. So, it's been a challenge this year, but I feel like Ryan McLeod has been very good for the Sabres, and one of those bright spot in a trade that you bring a player for a prospect, and it feels like it may have worked out for both teams, although I feel like the Oilers really missed McLeod last year.
Yeah, I think at times they did, for sure. I think they weren't speedy enough, and Savoie is definitely coming on. So you're right. Maybe if this is a trade, both teams are going to say, hey, you know what, long term, we got what we wanted. Marty Biron joining us, analyst for the Sabres on MSG Network on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. All right, our producer, who you would have logged on with, Zach, he brought up a question earlier today, so I want to throw it at you, because we've seen Jesper Wallstedt for the Wild, incredible. 4 shutouts in his first 10 games or whatever it was. You're not supposed to be that good that early. I'm wondering your perception of a young goaltender having that success. And of course, I have to relate this to the first few starts of your career. And if you look back and think my God, how's he doing that given how I felt when I started? You know what I mean?
You know what? My very first start, I gave up 4 in the first period to the Pittsburgh Penguins. I was 18 years old. It took me a while before I got my first win, let alone my first shutout. Jesper Wallstedt has been a great story for the Minnesota Wild this year, because I thought he was ready for the NHL before last season. And Bill Guerin and the Wild decided to keep Marc-Andre Fleury for 1 more year. And I thought, I don't think that's the right move. This kid's ready to go Wallstedt and Gustafsson. And then he proceeded to have a bad year in the AHL. And I'm like, this is a guy that maybe I got it wrong. Maybe he got a little adversity and he crumbled under the adversity. Maybe there's this disappointment of being sent back down to the AHL and not being happy. But he's shown, he worked really hard last summer, read a lot of articles on him, changed a little bit of his mindset. He wanted to be perfect every night. And one of his goalie coach told him, what's the object of hockey? And he goes, to win the game. He goes, yeah, but you win the game by scoring goals. There's going to be goals that are going to be scored in an NHL game. You cannot be perfect every night. And then he just turned around and had, 4 shutouts in 6 games. That's crazy. But he reminds me a lot when I watch him play. And maybe it's the Swedish connection, but it's Henrik Lundqvist. Shoulders back, big body, barreled body, covers the net. He's not 6'6", but he covers the net well, always under control, boom, he makes a save. It's I'm under control. Reminds me a lot of Hank. And I'm not saying that he will have the career that Henrik Lundqvist had, but when you got a guy like Lundqvist, and then for years, all the Swedish young goaltenders are looking at him, right? They're looking at Hank and they're like, that's how I want to play. My generation was Patrick Waugh, and there was plenty of others, in the NHL, and it was all the butterfly. And we went to Francois Allaire's goalie school and Benoit Allaire's goalie school as young kids. So we did that. And then my generation had a lot of French Canadian goalies. I feel like Lundqvist did that for Sweden, and now you're getting guys like Jesper Wallstedt who are having a great year. But Minnesota is maybe reverting back to the Jacques Lemaire years as well. They are a really tough defensive team, so that maybe is the way they're playing in front of him as well.
Marty Biron, Sabres analyst on the MSG Network, joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I listened to the morning skate on Sirius XM, and you were hosting that this morning, and not only were you co-hosting that, but you interviewed our colleague, Joaquin Gage. How often do you get to co-host the morning skate. And what is it like being on that side of the interview?
Well, I always love going on XM. I do once in a while, maybe 2-3 times a month. Mike Johnson is usually the guy between 10 and 11 with Gord Stellick. And when, Johnny's traveling, they put in some of the analysts in those spots. And so I do it maybe 2-3 times a month. And then I do afternoons and the power play with Steve Koulias, maybe another 3 or 4 times a month as well. So I love that. I love because I get to talk to a lot of people around the league, different analysts, different coaches, different GMs, different league executive. And this morning we talked to Joaquin Gage, and look, being the goalie nerd that I am and the position I am, I mean, I never really had a chance to talk to him, but we played against each other. He was in Syracuse the one year that I was in Rochester. Jack McElhardy was his coach, and I had Jack later as an assistant with the Flyers, and fortunately he passed a few years back, but Brian McCutcheon was our coach, and he and good old Jacko would go at it all the time on the bench and want to fight the coaches. I hated Matt Cook. I wanted to go after Matt Cook every game. He was there as the farm team of the Vancouver Canucks back in the days. So it was kind of funny to reminisce a little bit about that era. And I mentioned to Joaquin Gage this morning, I said, remember the goalie Tim Keys? He was an Ottawa 67, and he played, and the guy would play with a stick curved the wrong way for a goaltender. So you know how, like, if you're a regular catching goaltender like Stuart Skinner, you have a lefty curve because that's the way you grab your stick in your right hand. You have your catching glove in your left hand, and you have a lefty curve on your stick. Well, Tim Keys had a righty curve. The curve went the other way. And so Joaquin Gage goes, the guy used to redirect rebounds into his own net because of that stick. Like, it was curved the wrong way. But anyway, I mean, the crazy things that we remember, we talked about. But it was great to talk to Joaquin. He does a great job. Obviously, I watch him during the Oilers broadcast. And, we're talking about goaltending, obviously, the Oilers goaltending and what's going on there. And he had some good perspective. That was awesome.
Well, if you ever do a cooking show, Joaquin Gage should also be your first guest. The guy's a wizard. Like, we got a little kitchen here. We'll just walk in and he's fried some wings or made some, like, the guy's incredible.
Oh, I'm going to have him, like, because now I'm going to have to reach out to him one of those days, and maybe a summertime series, because we have our show Sabres Live in Buffalo, an hour a day, 12 to 1. And it's like goes on throughout the whole off season. So I look for like hockey personalities that have other things to do, but maybe I'd have to have him on and do his maybe spin on buffalo chicken wings. Yeah. That would be awesome.
Get him on and ask him about his homemade donair meat. It is exquisite, Marty. It'll change your life.
Although I'll say this, so Rob Ray, who's on the road trip because he's the color analyst, I'm in studio tonight. He jumped on with Rhett Warner and his podcast the other day, and Razor was raving about how Rhett Warner kind of made him a meal the other day. And obviously Retro goes, good Alberta beef. You cannot go wrong with Alberta beef. So he was saying, you can't mess it up, I guess. That's what he was saying.
Marty, we love having you. Thanks for fitting us in. I know you got to get ready for the Sabres broadcast, but we always love your perspective. We'll bug you down the road. I'll avoid the holidays. Maybe around the Olympics or something we can have you on. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. That would be great. And look, I'm a little worried, obviously, for the Sabres because McDavid is going good. And he looks like he's possessed, like flying the last 2 games. So, yeah, I mean, Darlene and the boys in Buffalo, they better be giddy up because McDavid's going right now.
Yeah, he's shooting the puck for sure. Thanks so much, Marty. We'll talk to you soon. Always appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Marty Biron checking in on the Oil Country Towing video hotline, talking some Sabres, talking some Jesper Wallstedt. That was a good suggestion by the that was because he gave some great perspective about that. His first game, he gets lit up. Plus, he was 18. That's like it's hard enough to play in the NHL when you're 18, especially as a goalie. Marty obviously crafted a great career after that. But the Lundqvist comparison, that was really interesting. So if that's who the Wild get, that's a pretty good goalie. I mean, I know I've said, okay, everybody, like, settle down. He's probably not going to get a shutout in 40% of his starts, but if that's who he projects as, that would be pretty good. All right, Belzy's coming up after the 4 o'clock break. I better give the second clue in the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game, okay? The second clue is 11. The first clue was Spartans. You have to text your guesses to 780-218-9999. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Maximum 3 guesses per person. The winner gets a $25 GC to Hudson's Canada's Pub. So the second clue is 11. Bellsy next.
The Lock Shop.
The CFL will be represented at the biggest wedding of the century.
This will be a good test to see how close Kolaris and Travis Kelce are. Like, will he be one of his groomsmen, or is he just sort of invited to the wedding?
Can he be a groomsman if he doesn't get there until late on the day before the wedding?
Look at you. You're already asking great wedding questions, Huss.
Believe me, for someone with so little experience in them, I do have many queries.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Games in the NHL tonight. The Oilers and Sabres drop the puck at Rogers Place. Stuart Skinner backstopping Edmonton as they challenge Buffalo, who lost 7-4 in Calgary yesterday. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson tee up the action during that one with coverage starting at 6 o'clock right here on EST. On the field, the Elks have signed 33-year-old Cody Fajardo to a one-year extension, with the CFL releasing next year's schedule, having Edmonton start the season on the road in Ottawa June 6th. Their home opener June 20th against the Alouettes. From Indianapolis, multiple sources have reported that Phillip Rivers is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Colts. The 44-year-old last played in the NFL during the 2020 season. Baseball news: ESPN has reported that the Phillies and Kyle Schwarber have finalized a 5-year extension worth $150 million in the association. Toronto plays host to the New York Knicks, having a total of 2 games on today's slate. Tip-off between the Raptors and Knicks goes at 6:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. It is an Edmonton Oilers game day. Upon the completion of this program, I shall make my way to Rogers Place. You shall. I shall do it. You must. My voyage is nigh. that proper usage of the word nigh? I don't know.
Nigh.
Oilers Sabres, 7 o'clock. So we're with you until 6. At 6 o'clock, Tom Gazzola takes over the stream with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Second of 2 meetings this season between the Oilers and the Sabres. And Marty Biron was just on from MSG. Great guest to have. He was on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline, and he closed the interview by saying the Sabres better be ready because McDavid is flying. McDavid is flying, and he's shooting the puck, and that has certainly helped the Oilers' offense in the last couple of games. The Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. The 2 clues are Spartans and 11. You must text your guesses to 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We do not have a winner.
No.
Do we have any guesses that I thought we would get?
Some.
Really? Interesting.
Very.
Very interesting. I'm stroking my goatee.
I'm stroking my lack of facial hair.
Yes, I don't have a goatee.
I don't have much facial hair.
All right. We love this guy. He's an EST colleague. He's on Hello Hockey every Saturday at 10. He's on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline right now. Shawn Belle checking in. Hello, Bellsy.
Gentlemen, how's it going?
Well, we're doing very well. How's your day?
It's been great. I don't even know where to start. Can I just start quickly with, like, Philip Rivers? Like, you're going to dust this guy off? He's got cobwebs, dust, everything, and you're going to bring him back if you're the Colts. Aren't you like 9-4, 9-5, ready to get a division title, and you're bringing Philip Rivers back?
Yeah, apparently.
Like, come on.
Yeah, we were going to...
I don't know. I guess he's in shape from throwing his 10 kids around all day.
Yeah. What would be the hockey equivalent of, would that be, like, who would that be, like, getting to come out of retirement? I don't even know. Like...
I don't know.
Bobby Ryan? I don't know. Does he still play?
Yeah, it might be Bobby Ryan. That's actually perfect.
It was last time to see when the last time he played was. But like he was a good offensive player who never would have been the best player in the league, obviously.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Am I crazy thinking this?
You're not. Now, the thing is this. He's played with that organization. They like him there. He obviously, maybe I don't think he would live there. I would think he would live in San Diego. But this is a capable ready to go quarterback. I'm not sure you have that guy sitting around on other rosters.
Couldn't you go after like a Tannehill who like played 2 years ago, not Rivers that played 25 years ago?
I'd take Phil.
Really?
Phil? We're gonna talk about this later. But
this
Phil,
guy's going to need WD-40, like, warm up those joints. Like, are you kidding me?
Phil is going to bring this. No, Phil is going to lead this team to a playoff berth. Mark.
Well, they're already getting a playoff berth.
No, they're not. They could lose every game and be out.
They're 9-5.
Yeah, but they could stink. All he has to do is sustain that.
He's going to walk in, and all you're going to hear is, like, what is that? Oh, that's just Philip Rivers walking in the building.
Get out the lube. Phil's here.
He turns. Oh, his birthday was yesterday. He turned 44 yesterday. They got him on Wikipedia at 6'5", 228. I wonder what he actually is now. Well, he'd still be 6'5",
270.
Right. That's a good question.
I think he's he's obviously in good shape. I mean, they're one game out of. They're tied with the Texans, but they're behind them in the AFC South. They can get into the playoffs. And I'm not completely selling on this. I mean, I just know that it's better to probably have a competent and able older quarterback than a riskier flyer. Like Tannehill was never good. Philip Rivers was top 5.
No, Tannehill's a game manager.
Tannehill, yeah.
Like I always Stoff always used to call Ricky Ray a game manager. And I was like, Ricky Ray could drop the corner and hit a 40-yard bomb. Like Tannehill was a game manager.
Yeah, maybe they could have went and got Taylor Cornelius.
What about like Andrew Luck? Like, let him dust it off.
But does he want to? I don't think he wanted to. I think
he didn't want. He didn't want to 10 years ago. But
yeah, exactly.
It's the equivalent.
How old was Luck when he retired again? Was he barely 30?
Bill the Thrill.
He's only 36 right now.
Yeah.
Luck First overall in 2012. Retired after the 2018 season. At the age of 29. That's crazy, eh? Jeez. All right, what were we talking about?
And don't forget, the best part of that offense doesn't have anything to do with the quarterback. It's Jonathan Taylor. Bellsy, you could go in there. You could go in there and hand the ball off to him, and they could be successful. So there is that part as well, which I think they've went away from a little bit too much recently, because I have Jonathan Taylor on my fantasy team. I know that his numbers have went down. So maybe this is good news for Jonathan Taylor fantasy owners.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good point.
Breaking news.
I have him as one of my fantasy running backs, and I agree with you. So let's hope that happens.
Let's hope. It's playoff time, baby. I could use a 40-point Jonathan Taylor week.
So could I.
I'm out of the playoffs, everybody. Bellsy, our off-topic topic for William Huff. I don't know if you got to hear any of this earlier, but we had some fun suggestions. This was Coob's idea, and it's a pretty good idea. What is your dream Oilers goon line?
Okay.
So there's two angles for this. There's actually listing players. Mm-hmm. And then we got talking about it on air because I strongly disagreed with a couple suggestions from my colleagues. So I was talking to Ben during the commercial. I don't even know if a goon exists in the last 15 or 20 years anymore. Like I think of, I put Brown, Semenko, and Larac. Now I know Larac could play. The other guys Semenko had moments where he scored goals, but really, why were they there? Like, is goon even a term that applies in hockey anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it applies in hockey as much as it used to. I mean, goon would have been like early 2000s when there was multiple guys that probably didn't need to hold a stick. They just went out and just fought guys. So, yeah, the goon term has changed. I like to think of it more as guys that have the pugilistic arts. So that's how I refer to it. Now, this question's great because you can go from it, like you can go at it from so many different angles. So I saw little bits and pieces of some of the, people that guys have picked. And then I said, okay, well, let's go off of scariest line. And then I'm going to give you another line that will be like, okay, well, this is going to spark more.
Oh, nice.
So scariest line for sure, obviously, is Brown, Semenko, and probably Larac.
Okay.
Brown was ultra tough. Semenko, he was a little bit squirrely along with Brown as well. And then Larac obviously was the toughest guy in the NHL for quite a long time. Now, if you were ready to start something very different, I would have the first guy on my list would be Raffi Torres. Why? Because I want for him to get in the forecheck and put somebody in the 15th row of the building and then have instantaneously Brown in behind, starting the line brawl, Larac instantaneously in behind, and then, because I want to go full line, and I'm going to do this, have McIntyre as my defenseman because he did moonlight as a defenseman.
Right, okay.
And the other defenseman, Jim Vandermeer.
You know what? Somebody put him in the chat, and I'm glad you mentioned him because I forgot to mention him earlier. Yeah.
So if you were deciding, okay, you know what, we gotta get our pound of flesh, that would be the lineup that I would want in because, hey, Torres is going to go do something crazy. He's going to spark this whole thing, and then I have 4 Sasquatches coming in behind, ready just to take care of everybody.
Yeah. And there's no debate that Mike Smith is the goalie. Like that's not even
no debate. No debate.
You can't even. Yeah. That's the one there. It's like, yeah. I like how you did that though. Line. Yeah. There's scariest, and then there's if you're trying to spark something. Though, but Brown and Larac are on both your teams. So that's
you gotta have both of those guys in the lineup because if you're gonna spark something, you want to win.
Right. That's a good point. Shawn Belle joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. So let me throw this one at you. You're on a line with Connor McDavid. And Connor says to you, Bellsy, I'll try to find your back door. Get open somewhere. Or Connor says to you, I'm taking it hard to the net and I'm shooting. which is what he's doing. As his line mate, I think I would prefer the second, because he's going to do the work and I can crowd the net, drive the net, and look for a rebound like Nuge did the other night. I know McDavid can be effective both ways, but is that sort of the two options if you're a winger with McDavid?
Well, I mean, they're both the exact same response. So if he's going to find me back door, well, then I'm going to get to the net as fast as I can. But if he's going to shoot the puck, well, then I got to get to the net as fast as I possibly can. And so, like, I think about some of his most successful wingers, and Patty Maroon comes to mind all the time. He was found backdoor multiple times. He scored, I think he had like 24 goals with McDavid. And even when McDavid said, you know what, I'm going to go shoot this puck, he still went to the back door and he just banged in a rebound. And then if you look at his current line mate, you've got Hyman. Well, he's just fresh off 52 goals, all 3 feet from the net, basically right around the paint. And so he didn't do really think that flashy. He went to the net and he said, okay, McDavid, you pick what you want to do. If you want to pass this thing on my stick, you do that. If you want to rip it at the goaltender and it's a rebound, well, I'm going to put it in the net. And if you want to rip it off my lips, then do that, because it's going to go in the net anyway. So I think the luxury of playing with McDavid is the fact that you know the puck is going to get to you at some point, whether that comes from a shot, whether it comes from a pass. You just have to make sure that you're ready for what's about to happen, because guys that don't understand what he's going to do is that they're not ready for that puck to get there. And because he's such an elite player, he's going to go through 3 different players, and just when you think that you can relax saying, okay, well, that puck's not going to be on my stick, it's on your stick. And that's a gift that McDavid has. Draisaitl has it as well, but it's a gift that he has that you always have to be processing, and you always have to be ready for the puck, whether, once again, that comes off of a pad, whether that comes off of a shot, or that just happens to be a pass on the back door, in the high slot or wherever you are. He just has an unbelievable vision, unbelievable hockey sense, and he finds guys all the time.
Belsey, Coach Knobloch was talking about confidence and, how the Oilers have their confidence is growing. Obviously, they want to build on that tonight. But you're a hockey coach. You coach youth. How do you coach and build confidence in your team?
Well, it's a good question. I think there's like multiple answers to that, but I think it's the understanding that, for the Oilers, when they decided that they're going to play D and they started limiting chances, their game just went up, because it's hard to all of a sudden give up multiple chances, give up grade A opportunities left, right, and center, give up turnovers, and consistently have to chase the game. It's hard to play that way because usually you're down by 1 or 2 goals. It's just hard to play that way. But since they've, let's call it their reemergence, because are they fully back? I mean, that remains to be seen, but they have reemerged and they've started playing really good hockey. So since that's happened, what's the first thing that they've done? Well, they've tightened up defensively. They don't give up those opportunities. And now if you're still in the game, despite maybe not getting out of the gates as fast as you would have liked, or if the game's 0-0 and you're still finding a way to get your game in order, well, now you have the confidence to go make an extra play because you're not chasing the game. It's still even. And so with that and the way that they've been playing, they've also been able to score some goals. And so now you're starting to roll. Okay, that one goal or those 2 goals, they're not going into our net. And, well, now we can go out and play. We can go score that goal, and now our game's starting to come, and we're high stepping. I mean, you look at the last game, McDavid was absolutely flying all over the ice. They came out hot, and they were up 1 or 2-0 right out of the gates. And so now it's almost like a tidal wave. It just rolls. And so you don't have to worry about chasing games, and because that's the hardest hockey, and you just find more confidence being able to do it that way.
Yeah, I like how you use it like a tidal wave. That's how it's felt the last 2 first periods. So hopefully they can keep that going. Are you at the rink tonight, or when are we going to see you next?
No, I'm at home because we've got a big week ahead of us. So I figure I might as well stay home tonight, as opposed to being away from home from Tuesday to Sunday.
Okay.
Smart decision, Belzy. Smart decision.
Sounds like a good decision. And you'll be warmer too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. We appreciate it, my friend. Great insight, great stories as always. We'll see you around the shop here, buddy. Take care.
Always a pleasure, guys. Bye.
Shawn Belle, Edmonton Sports Talk's own Shawn Belle, and of course with Hello Hockey, 10 to noon every Saturday morning with Tom Gazzola. Good stuff on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. If you are taking us in on YouTube this afternoon, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. We try to get to at least 100. We need 23. We're not even halfway through the show, and we're over 3/4 of the way there. So if you have not clicked the thumbs up, get in there and do it right now.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
If you've already clicked the thumbs up, then click share and email or text the show link off to somebody or a few people in your life and encourage them to check out the program. Like Derek just said, love listening to Belzy. Super smart. Great stuff. Rip City Steph says, boom, boom, never disappoints. We feel the same way. You can text us, 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. That's available for dine-in and takeout. And, of course, you can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com or jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Have we got a limerick today? We need to get a couple limericks here.
Negative.
Let's get the limerick train rolling. Choo, choo, choo.
Choo, choo.
I choo-choo choose you.
You choo-choo choose me?
I sure do.
Terry, the turtle.
Terry, settle down, baby.
Settle down.
All right, we got clips from Knobloch, from Skinner, and from Ekholm. We'll give you the expected lineups for both teams in the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel coming up next. You want me to do it now?
Yeah, it's always fun to do it before a break.
Oh, you want me to do I was going to do it next break.
Oh, okay then. You're good. Yes, that's why
we'll
your
do it
name's
next
on
break.
the show.
We'll do the third clue a little. Well, I was just thinking.
No,
just space it out because then we do one. I'm looking at the clock.
The guesses keep coming.
And they're all wrong.
Yes.
Has anybody wasted all three of their guesses yet?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Yes.
They're going to be disappointed when they hear it. All right. Here's Coop.
Stuart Skinner will backstop the Oilers as they take on the Sabres at home. Edmonton looking for its first 3-game win streak of this season. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show that airs at 6 o'clock right here on EST. For the E 33-year-old Cody Fajardo has signed a 1-year extension with the CFL, releasing next year's schedule. The Elks open their season out east in Ottawa June 6th before hosting the Alouettes for their home opener June 20th. NFL news, multiple sources have reported that 44-year-old Philip Rivers is coming out of retirement to sign with the Colts. Rivers retiring after the 2020 season. In the MLB, ESPN has reported that Kyle Schwarber and the Phillies have agreed to a 5-year, $150 million extension. Meanwhile, the White Sox have won the 2026 MLB draft lottery to pick first. Rays will pick second as the Minnesota Twins choose third. To the association, there's 2 games on today's slate. The Raptors face the Knicks at 6:30. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust, fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring, flooring for the life you live. We take a brief break in the show. We'll be back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Hockey Insider Day is Darren Dreger.
You look at the segments, whether that's a 5-game stretch, a 10-game stretch, they've only played 29 games, and we've seen a little bit of everything. Of late, we're seeing a more connected group. Defensively, they look certainly more in tune than they were early in the year. The offense is clicking, and we're not trying to dig a big hole behind the arena to plant Stuart Skinner.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Oh, my goodness. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today. Get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Jay's play of the day is up there, which is, let's see if I can remember it. It's 1 point each, or more, obviously, for McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins, Hyman, and Bouchard. I got it.
Correct.
And there's other EST-related plays as well.
Yeah, the Reid Wilkins, Trent Frederick goal play of the
That's
day.
still up there, eh?
Yes. Might want to hop on it.
I'm on it.
Why wouldn't you
I've
be?
been on it.
Yeah.
It's my play.
It's got your name in it.
So, yes. What an honor.
Had a couple limericks come in now.
Oh, good.
They're flowing. This one comes in from Atif. A limerick for you fine gentlemen. The Sabres now sit in their stall, remembering the Flames 7 call. With dread, they all think, we're tired, let's just shrink, and hope Draisaitl can score through the wall.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well done.
That's not bad. Draisaitl might be able to put one through the wall into the net.
That'd be shocking.
Rip City Step says Bo Levi maybe not a bad option for the Colts. Fair enough. Derek says if the Oilers come out and execute the same game plan they've been employing as of late, they will win this game. I think that's fair.
I think they'll win several games if they play the way that they're playing.
Well, yeah, better lately, better defensively, better goaltending, which may be a product of better defensively, and certainly
which came first.
Yeah, the offense coming through. McDavid fired up, power play deadly. I mean, now the number one power play in the National Hockey League, which brings us into the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood.
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 That's pretty good.
Just so you know,
yes,
if you've won something on other shows
That's
on ESD,
fine.
that's fine. You can win here. So, Mark in the Park, I saw that. You can still win here. So send your guesses in.
Yeah, not athlete of the week, mystery athlete of the game for Hudson's Canada's Pub. We try to space that out about 3 weeks.
Yes.
Like basically, 7 to 9 Oilers games or so?
6 or 7.
Yeah, depending. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe you just did that.
Me neither.
McDavid between Nugent Hopkins and Hyman. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Savoie. Henrique with Janmark and Mangiapane. Lazar with Frederick and Tomashek. Ekholm with Bouchard. Nurse with Regula. Kulak with Emerson. Skinner, the goaltender. In his last 5 games, Skinner is 3-2 with a .915 save percentage and a 2.33 goals against average. That includes the debacle against Dallas. He's still got a .915.
That would go back to the end of the road trip against Florida.
Dallas, shutout Seattle. Then Winnipeg and Minnesota, which was a loss. He only allowed 1 goal.
That's right.
For the Sabres, Thompson, big guy. With Greenway and Tuck. Is that who Nielsen always says, a future Oiler, Alex Tuck? Doesn't he always say that when he talks about him?
Yes.
Norris with Benson and Doan. Former Oiler, Ryan McLeod with Dunn and Quinn. Krebs with McClenton and Kozak. Samuelson with Dahlin. Byram with Timmins. Power with Bryson. And Alex Lyon, the expected goaltender for the Sabres. The Sabres' last playoff game was in April of 2011. It's been a while. Goals for. The Sabres are middle of the pack, 18th, 2.97. Oilers are now up to 7th, 3.31. Goals against. Now, both teams are poor overall, though the Oilers are better lately. Buffalo, 30th, 3.55 per game. Oilers, 28th, 3.45 per game. But, of course, there is the sentiment here that the Oilers are playing much better lately. Stuart Skinner.
I think, first of all, it starts on the D zone, the way that we've been playing, sticking to our structure, everyone kind of sticking to their job, doing their job. And then offensively, I mean, we got a lot of skill up front, so just letting them kind of do their thing and get creative, getting to the net, getting pucks to the net. Really, it's just doing the hard things, doing the little things, and we've been able to get rewarded for that.
Well, I mean, doing the hard things, doing the little things. How often have we talked about that? Doing the little things, like making a sacrifice to make a play, or finishing, checking, taking that extra stride. I mean, they were doing a lot of those things. I do think it helps the goaltending. I know the stats still are not good for the goalies. I sorted the NHL goaltenders today by save percentage. Okay? So now the way this works is when the NHL does its leaderboard, you have to have played a certain number of games, right, to qualify.
Sure.
So you have to have played about a third of your team's games to qualify for the goalie stats. Okay, so you got to remember that first of all. So there have been. I'm just bringing it up now because I forgot to save it. There have been 58 goalies to have played enough minutes to qualify for the save percentage stat. Skinner is 40th, not great, at 889. Pickard is last, 58th at 851, tied with Eustace Antonin for Nashville. So the save percentage has taken a beating on this team, maybe starting to creep up here. Here's what Chris Knobloch had to say about the goaltendings and also them handling the pressure of being goalies in this market.
They've shown a lot of maturity, and just they've put aside all the noise. There's been a lot of noise, and a lot of it's been unfair. You look at the amount of games they've won and how well they played crucial times of the years, and have they been outstanding every single game? No, but I think their body of work has been very solid. And I think early on in the year, I think they've been disappointed in their play, but as a team, we haven't helped them out very much. You look at their save percentage, that doesn't look very good, but we're also the way we were playing early in the year, we were giving up one of the fewest shots per game, but the shots, they weren't getting many easy shots. The shots they were getting were high danger shots or rebounds, and those are difficult, which is going to really sink your save percentage. So as of late, I think we've done a much better job last couple of weeks defending and not giving up as many opportunities or high danger chances, which has helped their play. We have to continue doing that. So, I think stats are a nice thing to look at, analytics are, but often they mislead you. So if you're just looking at the save percentage, the goals against, you'd say they're underperforming. But if you look at the quality of opportunities that they're facing every single night, especially early in the year, you would think that they didn't have much opportunity to play well.
Jay, I think it's important for me to say this because the goaltending has been a hot topic, certainly since you and I started doing the show together. And, we get somebody will post this in our chat or text this in, or somebody will say this, or you and I will say something. And, there's often, then pushback from people who feel the opposite. But sometimes two things that might appear to be opposite can be true, right? The Oilers, you can believe that the Oilers need an upgrade in net. That can be true to be like a Stanley Cup caliber team. But it can also be true that the goalies were often hung out to dry in the first 24 games of the season, more often than they should have been. Like, both things can be true. Like, what did Leon say that one game? He's like, we can't leave the goaltenders out of everything, but some nights, what are they supposed to do? So what have we seen less of lately? Odd man rushes, guys wide open in front of the net for an initial chance, guys wide open in front of the net for 2 or 3 cracks at a rebound.
Back check.
So, like, both things can be true. You can say, hey, goaltending's a hard job. You have to make difficult saves. You got to pull one out of the net every once in a while. I mean, one of the best saves I think we've seen in an Oilers game this season was Wallstedt's save on Hyman on that power play. Remember that last week?
Yes.
If Hyman scores there, probably goes to overtime. The Oilers get a point. Maybe they get 2. So, Wallstedt in that situation got his team an extra point out of that game and denied the Oilers getting a point or 2. So you can say, the Oilers goaltenders need to make more big saves. They need more clutch saves. They need to make more difficult, 5-alarm saves and really bail out the team. You can believe that, but it also doesn't let the team off the hook for being bad. Like, both things can be true.
Yes.
I realize, sometimes on this station we say the name Stuart Skinner and we immediately get 50 texts saying, get rid of this guy. Okay, fair enough. Like, I'm not saying you have to like the guy or support him or believe he's a great goalie. You're going to believe what he's going to believe. But it can also be true that this team was borderline incompetent defensively for large portions of this season, which doesn't help your goaltending. I think both things can be true.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think is the greatest contributor or variant to team success for the Edmonton Oilers? And what I mean, and you can, let's say the three categories: offense, defense, goaltending.
Right.
Do you think that they could have extremely good goaltending, but lacking defense or scoring? Or do you think I think it's most important for this team to defend properly. That leads to offense, and it makes your goaltenders look better.
Right.
So I think that's what Coach Knobloch was referring to as the noise. That's a bit unfair because, earlier on in the season, this team was not playing solid defensively. And as you alluded to, in the last 5 games he's played, although there's been 6 Oilers games, but Stuart Skinner only played in 5 of them, they're 3-2, and he's got a save percentage of .915. this team has been defending better since that 2-1 loss in Tampa Bay. That was a better version of this team, and it's kind of kept moving or trending upwards.
Yeah. Sabres in town tonight. Here's Chris Knobloch on the team.
They're a very dangerous team. They've got a lot of speed, whether that's to their forwards or the defensemen. And, if you're caught sleeping out of position, they're going to take advantage of that. A lot of the offense is driven by their defensemen. They've got good puck movers, like to get involved. And when it's going well, it's very dangerous. But if you're able to check it well and stay on top of that, then you can create some offense yourself.
All right. Well, and creating offense for the Oilers has not been an issue lately. Let's look at some recent games here. They beat Winnipeg 6-2. They beat Seattle 9-4. Did not score against Minnesota. Fair enough. Beat Seattle 4-0. Played awful against Dallas. Lost 8-3. But did get 6 goals in that, a couple empty netters, I guess. But they still had 4 prior to that and got a 6-3 win against the Florida Panthers. Matthias Ekholm commented on more offense lately.
Yeah, we've obviously got rewarded a little bit here lately, which is nice to see, but I think our overall game has taken a little bit of a step, I think, in all areas. I don't think it's just the goal scoring or just the defending. I think it's a little bit of everything, and this league is that way. It's that tight, right? Like when you don't do the little things right, then your game looks awful. But when you do them, you can also look great. So I think that's something that the little details have shifted our game in a big way.
All right, a little bit there from Matthias Ekholm as the Oilers take on the Buffalo Sabres tonight. The Sabres beaten last night by the Calgary Flames. Here is Buffalo's recent form. 7-4 loss to Calgary. Back on the 5th, 4-1 loss to Winnipeg. This road trip for them actually started in Philadelphia. They lost that game 5-2. They did win their 2 games prior to that, 5-1 against Winnipeg. And at the end of November, they had a 3-2 shootout win against Minnesota. But in their last 3 games, Buffalo has, and I know there have been empty netters here as well, but Buffalo has been outscored 16-7. And the Oilers have been on the other side of it scoring. So hopefully the Oilers are able to keep it rolling tonight. Okay, you ready to do it? Third clue?
Let's do it.
Third clue, Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game. We only accept submissions, accept guesses, coming into the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week. That's from 2 to 5 p.m. Maximum 3 guesses per person. The third clue is Nelson. Nelson. Was I moving my head like that? Like a curious dog. So the clues so far have been Spartans, 11, and Nelson. You're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. Will somebody win it now? Possibly. You don't think so?
No.
I think it's quite possible.
I know what's going on here. I'm giving clues.
Yeah. And then I'm going to read a limerick. You seem like you're implying something sinister is going on. Nothing sinister is going on. We're doing a show.
Okay. Let's go back to when was the last Oilers game? Was it last?
Well, there was a game Saturday.
Yes, but during our show. Thursday?
Thursday. They played, that was the Seattle game, was it not?
Right.
Yeah.
And you did Mystery Athlete that day.
Well, we do Mystery Athlete every game day.
But do you recall what happened
weekday game day
on that?
I've moved on from that. I'm like Drew Remenda says, short memory.
Oh. Is this a Reid Wilkins spite mystery athlete of the game?
This is a mystery. I would not do I'm doing a mystery athlete. I'm giving clues pertaining to a mystery athlete.
Buckle up, folks.
I don't know what you're implying and or suggesting and or insinuating, quite frankly.
Oh, retribution.
Who am I getting retribution against? The mystery athlete himself?
Good. I can feel your anger.
I'm just saying, somebody might have got it on the first guess last time. We all know how that makes you feel.
Oh, that makes me feel proud of that person for winning. I'm proud of anybody who wins the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game contest.
Interesting.
I feel pride.
Interesting.
I feel pride and acceptance and love.
Derek Robertson, if I win this, can I claim it and use it in February when I come down there to play some casino shows? Yes. But we need more on this.
Yeah, Derek is playing what?
What do you play
Who
in
are
the
you?
casino show? Who are you, Derek Robertson, 1329? Reveal yourself. That got a little dark. I just want to know what shows you do. Are you a magician?
Yeah,
possibly a hypnotist?
Casino shows. To me, that would imply, hypnotist, magician,
maybe
comedian.
a cover band?
Maybe he's in a cover band, or maybe he teaches people how to play casino games. I might have to sign up for that.
Oh, well.
This is
Derek Robertson, if we got a client for you.
This is me trying to
Fleetwood Mac tribute band?
No way.
Are you serious? Wow.
That's incredible.
Who are you? Like, what role are you? Who do you play? That's fantastic.
By the way, this is me trying to decide whether to hit or stand at the blackjack table. All right, limerick from VR Montenegro. After a game grotesque like a gargoyle, Buffalo's here to face the mighty Oil. Discussion about goons. Connor's play produced swoons. Best fencing type? Saber, epee, or foil?
Good one.
That was quite good. You gotta love the nonsense ending. We'll get to Bronco Knicks a little bit later on. If you are watching us on YouTube, click the thumbs up button if you haven't already. We need 10 thumbs to get to 100 for the show. We're not even 2/3 of the way through, so get in there and click. If you've already clicked, then click share. That'll generate a link that you can easily copy and email or text off to other people.
Text it to everyone.
Text it to everybody you know. Say, hey, watch this show. Give them a thumbs up. Play along with Word of the Day, all their other fun segments. We'd really appreciate it. Here comes Zach Kubish at the technical desk.
The Oilers look to keep rolling on their current homestand, battling the Sabres with 10 games around the NHL. Stuart Skinner gets a start for Edmonton, with the Oilers looking for their first 3-game win streak of the season. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the game, which coverage starting at 6 o'clock right here on EST for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. CFL news, Cody Fajardo has re-upped with the green and gold. He's locked up through the 2026 season, plus the CFL released next year's schedule, with the Elks hosting the Alouettes for their home opener June 20th. Week 1, they visit Ottawa on June 6th. Down south, multiple sources have reported that 44-year-old Philip Rivers is returning to the NFL to sign with the Colts. Elsewhere, the MLB draft lottery saw the White Sox win the draft to pick first. The Rays will pick second as the Twins have the 3rd overall selection. On the court, the Raptors look to snap a 3-game slide. They tip off with the Knicks at 6:30. With 2 games in the association, Emmanuel Quickley is questionable with an illness for Toronto for that one. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
The boat has turned around. Like a cruise ship takes a long time to turn and all
Sure
that.
does.
But you could start seeing the plays there. And that's Tampa Bay. They lost in overtime. Played well in that game. Beat Florida. Bad game against Dallas. Can't overlook that one. But then beat Seattle. Good game against Minnesota. Beat Seattle. Beat Winnipeg. Over the last 7 games, they've played 6 really good
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Good news for green and gold fans. I know Cody Fajardo really became a star last year for this team. I know a lot of people loved his work ethic, the battle. He's a beast out there, kind of takes charge, and I'm excited to see him for another year, a full year, and he's coming in as the number one. Last year, he knew he was going to be the number two behind Trey Ford, so see what they can do in free agency.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Has Evan Bouchard legitimately put himself in the conversation to be on Team Canada?
The answer is no.
That's a quick no.
The answer is no. I have a reason why.
Okay, all right, give it to me. Before, I wouldn't even have asked the question. And now I'm like, you know what? He's played really well for over a month.
Overall.
Doesn't have to play in the top six. You could just have him there.
No.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hope you're having a wonderful day. Oilers Sabres tonight at Rogers Place. Tomorrow at Rogers Place. Rivalry series game between Canada and the United States. Women's hockey. We were trying to get a guest today. Not sure that's going to work out. So maybe we could try to get somebody before Saturday's game.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll be fun to take that in. Oil Kings are home on Sunday. We had Joe Aginla on the show yesterday. He's a great interview, eh?
Great interview.
He was the teddy bear goal scorer on, what was that, Sunday against Prince Albert?
Yes.
You were there?
'Twas.
You threw bears everywhere?
Did. We threw a lot of bears.
We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at the CanadianBrewhouse.com. We've had some good meals right here in studio from the Canadian Brewhouse. We've had, 40-ounce steaks from them? And didn't they bring us lobster one day?
Yes.
Like to eat. They didn't just bring us a lobster.
What a little...
we named him Pinchy.
And who always comes in? Pat Ketty.
Pat, incredible.
Our buddy Pat.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, folks? We're working on something. You might get to see...
I haven't even heard about this.
You might get to see old Patty right here prior to Christmas.
This is news even to me.
And he might be giving away things.
Really?
Maybe.
Maybe.
TBD, brah.
Maybe more food.
Not food related.
Oh,
wow.
I was looking.
I actually know what it is, Scoob. You don't know what it is, eh?
I have no clue.
All right. Well, we're going to leave you in the dark.
Yeah.
Not going to lie to you.
Yeah. Christmas surprise.
Reid, breaking news. Nobody has got the mystery athlete yet.
Okay. Well, I'll give another clue before 5 o'clock, probably, because I have 5 clues prepared, so I better have 4 done by the final hour.
Yes.
So the clues have been Spartans, 11, and Nelson. They all make perfect sense.
Yeah, in your twisted mind, they do.
Or like a lot of people guessing.
Yes.
Do a lot of people guess? We don't just want the same. Like we want this.
No, this is. I've seen literally hundreds of guesses.
Good.
I'm not kidding.
Good.
Yes.
Nigh on 200.
Nigh. Half 100. I believe we're at.
Well, people could be guessing for a fortnight.
No.
Oh, what are we doing here? So Oilers tonight against Buffalo. Well, let's play another clip. Matthias Ekholm also commenting on Stuart Skinner's better numbers lately.
Yeah, I think it goes for our whole team, but obviously Stu and Calvin, they work hard in practice, and it's showed up in games, and I think our whole team really benefited from this period where it's been, I guess if you can call it slower, but I mean we play every other night it feels like, but been home and been able to have some practices and practice time and then just work on our game, and that can go a long way sometimes.
All right, so that is Matthias Ekholm as we go into buying or selling, presented by our good friend Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Mr. Milne, the Oilers play.
Yes.
The Oilers play Buffalo, Detroit. Then they have 5 consecutive road games: Leafs, Canadiens, Penguins, Bruins, Wild. Okay?
Okay.
Then they are back home for Golden Knights, Flames, Christmas break, and then they play at Flames, at Winnipeg, home to Boston. So that is 12 games remaining this month?
Yes.
Buying or selling, the Oilers will win 7 or more of those games.
Okay, well, let's look at this on a game-by-game basis.
Certainly,
Friedrich.
Jay.
As we should. Tonight, win.
Okay.
Thursday, they host the Rouge Wings,
who were just in Vancouver. I believe they won 4-0. Then they play in Calgary tomorrow. That's a tougher schedule for Detroit than it is for Edmonton.
Tis. You know, I think if the Oilers are playing the way they are, I think they can... Like I said, I wanted to take the Oilers winning the rest of this homestand after they dropped the first one in Minnesota. So I'm just going to say win-win. 2-0. I think they're going to go into Toronto and continue that. 3-0.
Okay.
I think they're going to drop Montreal. 3-2. I think they're going to drop.
No, 3-1.
Or sorry, 3-1.
Yeah.
I think they're going to drop to the Penguins.
Oh, really? They usually beat the Penguins. Wow.
But I think they're going to
Penguins are better this year.
Beat the Bruins. So that's at 4-2.
Yeah.
They're going to get revenge.
Think
on the Wild.
Think they're going to win the matinee?
Yes, I do. 5-2. Golden Knights 5-3. Flames 6-3.
Okay.
Flames rematch 7-3.
So you got them sweeping. So you got them losing the home game to Vegas back home after the homestand.
Yes.
But then you got them sweeping the pre and post Christmas home and home.
Yes.
So you're buying that they win 7.
Absolutely.
Then they go to Winnipeg and they host Les Bruins to Boston on New Year's Eve.
I would say the correct over-under, if you were to put that on Play Alberta, would be probably 7.5.
Okay. So you think they can go 8-4 the rest of the month?
I do.
You got 16 out of 24 points. That'd be pretty good.
I do. It's the same thing that we've all been talking about. Everybody in Edmonton has been talking about. Are they back? Well, I don't think, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but the sample size isn't quite large enough.
I was saying, I need to see it this entire homestand.
Exactly. And it would be nice if you can carry it out and do it over a lengthy term. And this to the end of the month, 12 games, that's a lengthy term. If the Oilers can go 8-4 or 7 or more wins for the rest of the month, then I think you could say they're back.
Right.
Or they're moving in the right direction. No question. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they could win 7.
8?
Might be an overtime loss.
Maybe
or 2
they
in
just
there.
blow the doors off and go 12-0.
Well, wouldn't that be amazing?
Wouldn't that be something?
I mean, when there was a 16-game winning streak after 2 wins,
It's happened.
I didn't know it was going to be a 16-game winning streak.
Maybe we're in the middle of it.
We could
Maybe
be.
we're at the start of it.
We could be in the middle of happiness right now and not even know it.
December New Year's Eve game, eh? But isn't it? I don't recall it being Boston.
I don't.
Isn't Boston usually in town closer to St. Patrick's Day traditionally?
Well, they've been early in the season. Boston was the home opener one year, I think, when they started 4 games on the road. I don't know. I can tell you the Oilers do not have a good record on New Year's Eve. We'll probably be revisiting this on New Year's Eve. I don't think they've ever played Boston on New Year's Eve. Oh, that's so all time on New Year's Eve. The Oilers are 5-15-5.
Ouch!
But they have won their last 2 New Year's Eve games. I do not think they've ever played Boston on the 31st. Let me do a search. No, they haven't. They beat Utah 4-1 last year. 2023, they beat Anaheim 7-2.
It's been about Vancouver's, no?
Let me see here. Utah, Anaheim. This is going backwards. Utah, Anaheim, Winnipeg, New Jersey. That was a matinee on the road. Rangers, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Anaheim, Calgary, Phoenix, Islanders. I think that might have been a matinee. Calgary, Columbus, Calgary,
yes.
Yeah. And then in the 90s, they hardly played it. They played on New Year's Eve in 89, then in 92, and then not again until 2001. So they played one New Year's Eve game in the 90s. Now they play almost every year.
Do you think the NHL looks at the schedule around Christmas and says Flames Oilers?
Well, there's
before and after.
There's a
so
limit.
Close
You
to home?
can't practice on Boxing Day, so you can only fly so far on the 27th.
Okay.
So if you looked at the games on the 27th, there'd be a lot of regional games.
Yeah.
A lot of shorter flights. Yeah. 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. I know you got a buying or selling for me, and we can probably bundle that with our courageous moment as well.
Absolutely. Hey,
because,
Reid, I got news for you. We can do whatever we want.
We really can
within
do whatever
reason.
we want. That's a good point. We have hit 101 thumbs, but why stop there? If you haven't given us a thumbs up, then do so in the final hour of the show or share the show link with somebody else. All right, let's do the fourth clue in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. I've prepared 5 clues. Remember, you must text 780-218-9999, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, to win maximum 3 guesses per person. And Jay has said some people have burned all 3 of their guesses. The fourth clue is Roosters. So the clues are Spartans, 11, Nelson, and Roosters. Let's see if somebody gets it. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hired or fired, the Canucks should trade Quinn Hughes this season.
Fire it. You're never going to win. I don't know. I feel like they're in an insane position here because there's no good outcome, it feels like right now.
You're not probably winning that deal, right?
Can we get back to top 10?
Hey, we can go back there if you want.
You're going to lose them anyway, though.
Not this year, but easy.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
The Oilers and Sabres dropped the puck at Rogers Place. Stuart Skinner backstopping Edmonton, challenging Buffalo, who lost 7-4 in Calgary yesterday. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson tee up the game, with coverage starting for that one at 6 o'clock right here on EST. 5 games about to get underway in just a moment. Canadians Lightning dropping the puck. The Devils and Senators facing off, while the Golden Knights are on the road on Long Island to battle the Islanders. On the field, the Elks have signed 33-year-old Cody Fajardo to a 1-year extension. The CFL releasing next year's schedule earlier today. Edmonton starts the season on the road June 6th against the Red Blacks. Their home opener June 20th against the Alouettes from Indianapolis. Multiple sources have reported that Phillip Rivers is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Colts. Now at the MLB Draft Lottery, the White Sox have won the first overall pick. Rays picking second, while the Twins get the third selection in the draft. To the association, Toronto plays host to the New York Knicks, having a total of 2 games on today's slate. Emmanuel Quickly is questionable with a sickness for the Raptors. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Hockey tonight. Rogers Place. Oiler Sabres. 7 o'clock game. Jay and I are with you until 6, and then Tom Gazzola, that beautiful man, takes over the stream with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. When did you first meet Tom?
Face to face. I've met him,
right,
but he hasn't met me. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen him on Oilers TV and doing things here. And
yeah, like you knew of Tom, but when did you get to know Tom personally?
It was the first day at the old place that I popped in when it was just the 4 of them.
Right.
Early on in the EST days. They weren't even on air yet.
Oh, wow.
They were just setting up. But Dustin had made these lawn signs that said, you know, pretty much TSN done, EST is a new thing.
Right.
And they wanted people to put them in front of their houses.
Yeah.
So I took some and put them in front of my Yvonne's furniture.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't know it at the time, but that was, you know, the first impression for a lot of those guys of me.
Right.
And I brought in, of course, donuts.
Oh, nice.
You know, just like I bring coffees on Fridays. So they, you know, obviously I made a good impression because I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you met Tom,
Maddie,
nigh on 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's been a great 2 years. Been a great 2 years.
Yeah. So those signs, I think I'm pretty sure I told you this. I don't know if I said it on air. There's a sign on a balcony, like about a block or so from where I live. Because over the summer, I was out front of my house and this guy went by on a scooter and he stopped suddenly and he's like, "You're Reid." I was like, "Yeah, hi." Edmonton Sports Talk. I was like, "Yeah, what's your name?" And he introduced himself. And he's like, "Yeah, I love you guys." I was like, "Yeah, thanks for listening. That's awesome." And he's like, I got the balcony with the Dustin Nielsen sign. I was like, "Oh yeah, I see that all the time. That's awesome." That's pretty cool.
When I went in there, they were all putting up those, you know, in the old studio, how much of a pain in the butt it was taking down those foam.
I do remember that.
That's what they were putting up that day. I wish I could have told them to do things differently.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was probably the worst part of moving.
That's what cost us most of our damage deposit.
Yeah, and a lot of finger discomfort.
Oh, that was bad.
Tearing those little, what were they called?
They're like sound
3M.
Right, but what are the stickers themselves called?
The M3, I think, right?
Yeah, 3M. They were 3M two-sided stickers.
3M two-sided stickers.
Boy, were they.
The adhesive. Oof.
Those were awful.
It took
I don't even want to think about that.
It took nigh on a week to remove those.
My hands were numb for weeks.
There was a few shows that we would be
fish, Coop.
We would be operating our show in the old studio.
Yeah,
and
there would be around there
under the lights trying to get them off. I'm glad that's done.
Yeah, this is a great place here. People are coming up, pick their Nasty Club membership packages, like you said.
Fantastic.
So awesome stuff. We love being here at Edmonton Sports Talk. We hope you love listening to us, or even if you hate listening to us. If that's a reason for you to listen, that's also cool.
We accept it.
We're over 100 thumbs up on YouTube, but don't stop there. Let's see how high we can go. We got an hour left in the show, almost an hour. Share the show link with somebody else. Keep on spreading the word. Do we have a winner? Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game? So I'll give the fifth and final clue at about 5:20 before we go to break.
Sure.
Because somebody should get it then. I'm a confident little Wilkie.
You're something all right.
I certainly am.
Do you want to do my buying or selling?
What do you mean I'm something all right?
Reid, we all know what this is. This is retribution.
This is a fun contest.
No, to those that stole your heart last
Who am I retributing?
Thursday.
Who am I retributing?
Big Uke and Duck Dad. They both got it on the first guess. It just happened the Big Uke's guess came in first. And that sent you... the show went on, okay? But I know what that did to your heart. I could see it. It was like the reverse Grinch.
It's like Bart watching... what was the nerdy guy on The Simpsons?
Milhouse.
No, the other guy. The one that... No, the guy that gave Lisa the Valentines.
What?
Nelson's the bully. Well, I can't remember. Ralph Wiggum. And when Bart pauses the VCR, it's like, look, Lisa, you can see the exact moment his heart breaks. Better do a limerick here from Bronco Nick. Biron says Connor is on fire. Hopefully Marty is the town crier. Rivers has returned. Grandkids are spurned. The turtle in that clip has some desire. He certainly does. Does Rivers have grandkids? Does Philip Rivers have... He has, 10 kids? How old would the oldest be?
Let's see.
You're looking it up. His family tree. Everybody Google Philip Rivers family tree along with us. And while you're doing that, I'll give you this comment from Stuart Skinner on the Sabres.
Yeah, they got a ton of skill up front, a ton of skill at the back end too. So our job is to defend well, do our job in the D zone. And then again, that kind of allows us to get creative in the O zone. But yeah, they're a team that's really good off the rush, really good in the O zone. They're playing really good hockey, so we gotta be ready.
We got some dangerous players for sure, and they beat the Oilers pretty badly a few weeks ago. It is Tuesday, so that's Taco Tuesday, which has leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse all day. $3.49 new tacos and quesadillas after 4 p.m. Sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio.
Yeah, he's got 10 kids.
10 kids,
and they became grandparents for the first time after their oldest daughter welcomed a son late in 2024.
Okay. So what?
Well, he
can play.
Should we just call Philip Rivers our courageous moment?
Is he the Alberta Blue Cross
He's
courageous
gotta be,
moment?
Because you go with your...
Every great play starts with courage. Alberta Blue Cross, proud to support Albertans through all of life's meaningful moments. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you. You're calling just him attempting to play football as a granddad?
He's the same age as me.
Isn't he older than you?
He's 44. Like that. Try and wrap your head around that. Imagine me having to put on a jersey and pants and stuff my body into that gear. That'd be a task. But then go out and perform?
Yeah, but he played in the NFL.
Yeah, I know.
You played a high level. He played the highest level.
Right, but I understand they want somebody that can just manage the game for them.
Sure.
Don't screw it up, Philip. Let's call him.
Who's the quarterback they're spurning? That was not going to, or that's not going to play.
They have.
So it'd be
Rippin.
their third string guy.
Well, Rippin is on their practice roster.
Yeah. Okay.
The fella they had in last week, his name's escaping me. He had an injury, a leg injury. Mm. So, and obviously Daniel Jones is out for the rest of the year with the Achilles.
And his was like non-contact. That's just one of those where Achilles popped. Yeah.
Achilles, and you just
remember when Testaverde. I think we've talked about this. When Testaverde popped his Achilles, in the 90s, I think he's with the Jets. Like he handed off, and then he heard something. He heard something, and he turned around. He's like, "Oh, I wonder what that noise was behind me." And then he he tried to step and he fell down, and he was like, "Oh, that's my Achilles."
Well, and Coop forwarded this to me.
Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard, that's right. If Rivers is activated...
Thanks, Ben. Ben just brought me a coffee.
If Rivers is activated, he would become one of the oldest quarterbacks ever to play in the NFL. Only 5 other quarterbacks.
Okay, let me guess. Okay, this will be fun.
5 other quarterbacks.
This is my Alberta Blue
played
Cross
at the age of 44 or older. 5 other quarterbacks.
Tarkenton.
No.
Oh. Did Brady go that long? Brady.
1.
Brady. 5 others or 4 others?
5 others.
Tarkenton's not one of them?
Tarkenton is not one.
Sammy Baugh.
No. I don't think you're going to get one.
I need a hint. Have I seen any of these guys play?
One's played right here in Edmonton.
And in Moon.
Brady, Moon.
Unitas?
No.
Elway.
You just referenced one. When you were talking earlier, just moments ago.
Moments ago, I referenced an aged quarterback. I've already forgotten who
for
I
the
was
Jets.
Testaverde. I didn't realize he played those. So Brady, Moon, Testaverde, 2 others played past the age of 44.
Mm-hmm.
Have I seen them play? Or
I don't
in my
think
lifetime?
So. Well,
ish. Bradshaw, I don't think he played that long.
No.
Bart Starr?
No.
I'm just guessing now.
Steve DeBerg.
Okay. I never would have got that.
George Blanda.
Okay. Who also kicked, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. Now,
Abuski put George Blanda in the nasty chat. Hey, Abuski, there's nothing Blanda about your participation in the show. Okay, baby? Yeah.
Okay, is football...
Oh, now what are we doing?
Is football the toughest game for a person of an older vintage...
For a person of age.
to participate in?
That might be the weirdest question we brought up on this show.
But I'm...
At the pro level?
Let's say at the big four. Of the big four. No. But the boxers could do it. I mean, Mike Tyson didn't do it.
I guess Foreman won the title.
Yeah, he was old. But of the big four, baseball, hockey, basketball,
you could DH in baseball for a long time.
Could, yes, you could. I think
I'd say football would be the toughest,
especially because quarterback might be the easiest of the football positions.
If you can avoid getting hit, yeah.
Like if Phil Rivers,
if you're a kicker?
Kickers could kick till they're 57.
Well, Morton Anderson, I believe.
Yeah, we looked him up the other day because he was your draft pick last week.
Yes. I just think if Phillip Rivers, they're taking on the Seahawks.
Like this
in Seattle.
I cheer for the Seahawks, but even if I didn't, I would say this. The Seahawks are going to eat him alive.
Like if he
he's not going to. They
what
can't
kind of
play
insurance
him.
policy
They can't
does
play
he
him.
They might have to. Is he going to break?
It could be tragic.
Break right on screen. Can you do your
which one?
Who was the guy that used to call the Rose Bowl? You did an impression of him.
Oh, Nelly?
No.
Oh, Nelly.
No. What was the guy you just did?
Yeah.
He was a radio.
What?
He was very Montana.
Oh.
Do that for Phillip Rivers. Do that for
Pat
Phillip
Summerall.
Rivers.
Pat Summerall. Him and John
dropping back and getting broken.
Chargers 1st and 10. Rivers hit hard. He's down. Seahawks ball. Rivers still down. In pain.
This is bad.
Phillip Rivers. And then Madden's be like, oh, bang! That's Seahawks defense. Okay, this is called a blitz.
Pow! Check out my turducken.
Oh, my goodness. The Elks have brought back Cody Fajardo for another year. This is going to be part of the Alberta Blue Cross greatest moment as well. A lot of discussion about Fajardo at the end of the season. And I think a lot of our listeners and Elks fans, I think justifiably so, said, love Cody. Not sure he's an elite CFL quarterback. Can the Elks actually win a Grey Cup with him? Is this, but, Mark Killam was in studio last Monday, and when he talked at the end of the season, speaks highly of Fajardo. Just said the offense operated more efficiently, more sort of tightly when he was at the helm. Is this is this a quarterback that they're going to win with, or is this still a quarterback that you need to decide while you're still looking for your quarterback? Because I'm going to break some people's hearts here. I think we can all understand now it's not going to be Trey Ford, no matter how hard you want him to be the guy.
True. But that doesn't you can restructure a contract completely. Bonuses, all that. I believe bonuses even can be restructured. So maybe there is a path to them keeping Trey Ford here as a backup. I don't see it, but you can't rule it out. As for Cody Fajardo, yes, they can win with Cody Fajardo. Absolutely, they can win. Bring in a number one receiver. They didn't have that. They found what they have with Justin Rankin, utilize him, have an entire offseason to manipulate the other defenses by using Justin Rankin.
Right.
Cody Fajardo is more than serviceable to lead this team. 100%. I will say this. Part of this answer is reflected in the 1-year contract. 1 year. They didn't extend him for 2.
Well, maybe Cody may talking about retiring.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, I'll play for 1, then I got to see where I'm at in my life, where my family's at, all that kind of stuff. This is a good one from Rip City Step. The Elks had to sign Fajardo before the Colts did.
True. I absolutely love this this signing. And I think this team, if they can get off to a better start, this start has been the start for the Elks has
been deplorable.
Their Achilles heel for the last several years.
What did I look up since COVID, since 2021?
2019 was the last season they won.
2 wins in June and July.
Yes.
And not many in August either.
2019 was the last year they started the season
even,
with a victory.
even 1-0, right?
And I think they have a great opportunity to go into Ottawa. And I think this team, because we talked about it all last year, continuity. There's going to be continuity here now.
Sure.
And it starts with your best players, your starting quarterback, your interior linemen, your linebackers. Those guys are all here. You've got the star running back. Maybe Justin Rankin will be on the most outstanding player list to start the year next year. Use that and use it to your advantage. There's no question the Elks would have had a different outcome of last year if they started Cody Fajardo earlier.
Probably, yeah.
I guess that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a what if, but I think it's perfectly defensible. 780-218-9999 is how you text the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks, available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. Fifth and final clue, and you got to text the inbox, River Cree Resort and Casino, to win. What?
Well,
did somebody win?
No.
Okay, then what's the problem?
Nothing.
Well, it seems like there's a problem.
No, I just show your work. That's all I'll say.
Well, I'll show my work.
You will.
The listeners do not have to show their work. If they guess the right name, they guess the right name. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Fifth clue, summer of 69. So the clues are Spartans, 11, Nelson, Roosters, summer of 69. Let's see if we get a winner by the time we get back. Here comes Coop.
Stuart Skinner starts for the Oilers as they take on the Sabres. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That airs at 6 o'clock right here on EST. And there's 9 other games around the NHL, 5 of which are underway. The Lightning lead the Canadiens 2-0 with about 12 minutes left in the opening frame. We also see New Jersey and Ottawa tied at 1-1 about 6 minutes into action. Double E News, Cody Fajardo has signed a 1-year extension with the Elks, having the CFL release their next year's schedule. Earlier today, the Elks opened their season in Ottawa June 6th before hosting the Alouettes for their home opener June 20th. NFL news, multiple sources have reported that 44-year-old Phillip Rivers is coming out of retirement to sign with the Colts. In the MLB, the White Sox have won the 2026 MLB Draft Lottery, with the Rays picking second and the Twins selecting third. To the association, there's 2 games on today's slate. The Raptors face the Knicks at 6:30. Emmanuel Quickly questionable for Toronto in that one due to sickness. And at halftime right now, it's the Heat up by 1 point, 57-56 over the Magic. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Oilers Sabres tonight at Rogers Place, 7 o'clock. Our coverage will continue at 6 with Tom Gazzola hosting the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Oilers now with the number 1 power play in the NHL, 33.3%. Sabres an excellent PK. They are third at 85.5%. Buffalo power play, 19.1%. Oilers PK, 80.8%, which is 17th in the National Hockey League. Of course, the Oilers' leading scorer is Connor McDavid, 14 goals, 28 assists, 42 points in 29 games. The Sabres' leading scorer is Alex Tuck, 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points in 29 games. The expected goaltending matchup, Skinner versus Lyon, Game 4 of the Oilers' 5-game homestand. They're 2-1 so far. What's going on there, Milne?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just totally cleared my throat in the microphone.
Well, that's fine. I thought maybe you had something to say.
I have nothing to say yet.
Nobody has won.
Correct.
Nobody has won the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game, which is quite interesting because we've given 5 clues. We have given 5 clues, have we not? Now, you must text your guesses to 780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, and maximum 3 guesses per person, right? Should I give all 5 clues right now? I'm surprised people haven't heard the clues and thought, I'll just guess this name. Spartans. 11. Nelson. Roosters, summer of 69. No one has guessed it. Come on. Are you sure you have the right text line open? You're not looking at the Yvonne's Furniture text line?
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Hey, Jay, I'm looking for a breakfast nook
Somebody
table.
has guessed it.
And? They're ineligible?
Correct.
They're a recent winner.
Correct.
Well, no, we don't have a conundrum because we have our rules, right?
Who says we have a conundrum?
Well, I was going to say, like, if that's the only person who has it by 6 o'clock, maybe we just allow that person to win. Uh-oh. We got it.
Look at this fly in the Look at this thing.
Wow, that thing's got a lot of energy.
I can hear it.
You know what? If only we had an animal that could catch it. All right. So here we go. Let's go through the clues and explain them forthwith.
You sly dog, you.
The first clue was Spartans. This person played hockey for Michigan State University, the Spartans, from 95 to 99. The second clue was 11. This person wound up playing 11 games in the NHL with the Atlanta Thrashers. It's a little moth, actually. It's like a little green moth. Now, did anybody guess Zach Hyman along the way?
Not as many people
But did anybody guess? Because Zach Hyman wore 11 for the Spartans. The third clue was Nelson. Todd Nelson, who was the interim coach of the Edmonton Oilers along the way, was this gentleman's assistant coach in the AHL with Grand Rapids in 2002-2003. Okay? The fourth clue was Roosters. This person played for the Isserlohn Roosters in Germany from 03 to 06. Okay?
Gotcha.
And the fourth clue is summer of 69. It is a hockey player by the name of Brian Adams.
Hey.
Now, what were you saying I was doing?
Oh, this is retribution for your soul being sucked out of your body when they guessed it on the first guess. I just know that bothered you. So this is retribution. I'm all for it, Reid. And I think this Reid should stick around a little while. Maybe you should the Grinch Mystery Athlete of the Week until Christmas.
I just picked a mystery athlete, okay? I can't control what people guess or how hard they make it or how easy they make it.
So, Warren, congrats. You've won. Several others put in Brian Adams after Warren. He was the first one.
Now, has Warren ever won before? I don't think he has.
I don't think so. And he does admit he only got it with Reid's extra prompting, but he says a win's a win.
Yeah, you still won.
You're darn right. So I'll text you back. Congrats, Warren. You can come by and grab your $25 GC to Hudson's.
Yeah, that's great.
Isn't it? How many wins do you think the Elks get this year, Reid? Let's get into it.
Oh, I don't know. I have to decide right now.
Yeah, give me
6 months before the season started.
Do you think they get to double-digit wins? I'll tell you what I think. I think that would be an optimistic view. I think they can improve. It depends to me on the start.
Well, they're going to have to get to 9 to make the playoffs.
That's my magic number.
I mean, a lot of it's going to come down to how they start the season. I think that they proved as the last season went on that they were good enough to beat anybody. You know, that they weren't just a total wipeout. Because they did beat Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan was the best team in the league. I still think probably 9 wins.
Well, I mean, let's look at the first. Let's look at the first quarter.
But we haven't even gone through free agency yet. We don't know how these teams are going to look.
True.
We don't know how these teams are going to look.
But
I mean, it's easy. We could sit here right now and say, well, Winnipeg is in decline. Well, who knows who they're going to sign or trade for?
You know the key members of your offense. That's a big deal. Do you think they can go into Ottawa and win?
Yes.
I think the second game, they have a bye week in week 2.
Right.
Their second game is in week 3, home opener as they take on Montreal.
Sure.
That'll be tough.
Well, yeah, but anybody could be tough. Like, how do we know Ottawa's going to be stink ball again? We don't.
Well, yeah, you really don't know. You're right. You're right. I mean, I'm not saying.
I just think they got to start the season not 0-5, 0-6, or something like that. And then they'll be in position in the second half of the season to make a run for the playoffs. I mean, they can't just be playing catch up all year long. I do believe the continuity will help if they bring a lot of players back. I think the defense was quite strong as the season went on.
Yes.
So they might bring a lot of those guys back. And a lot of that is
going to be back.
Right.
I just think from the continuity side of things that they're going to kick off the season much better and faster and aggressive and ready to go than they were this year.
But here's the thing for me. And I know Saskatchewan just won the Grey Cup. BC is going to be a good team as long as Rourke plays. Okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
You can look at Saskatchewan and Winnipeg, and they've been good programs. They've beat good teams. Neither one of those quarterbacks is playing forever. In 3 years, probably neither Harris nor Kalaros is in the league. Now, maybe you could say the same thing about Fajardo, but I think the Elks are still looking for somebody to be the long-term quarterback. The BC Lions should make, quite frankly, let's say Rourke plays the next 10 years. The BC Lions should never miss the playoffs with Rourke as the quarterback. I'm comfortable saying that. He's that good. He can make up for, a bad defense or other things.
Health aside.
Health, sure, if he plays most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're set up for a good run.
So that's a guaranteed. So then, to me, the other 4 teams are fighting for the 2 playoff spots and maybe a crossover every year.
I think Winnipeg's on the decline.
Probably.
Saskatchewan, once again, we'll see what happens. Their roster's going to get cleaned out through free agency.
Yeah, maybe. That's true. I mean, Toronto went from the Grey Cup to one of the worst teams in the league this past year.
Yeah, I think if the Elks can add a game-changer receiver, possibly some depth or better depth at offensive line, and maybe an interior lineman. Bull rusher.
On defense?
Yes.
Okay.
Their secondary is good.
It was pretty good.
They've got the answers at the corner position and J.J. Ross.
Yeah, they have pretty good players.
And Tyrell Ford.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not overly keen on making a prediction right now. And I mean, the schedule is more, we all know who they're going to play. It's not always set in stone who you're going to play 3 times. Now, they play Saskatchewan 3 times, which isn't great.
No.
And then I tend to look at how many days between games. So I think they have one Saturday, Thursday sequence earlier in the season. Yeah, Saturday, June 20th to Thursday, June 25th. So that's going to be tough. They go Saturday, July 4th to Thursday, July 9th. That's another short week. They go a Friday to a Thursday. That's not too bad. They go a Saturday to a Friday. That's not too bad.
I think having Cody Fajardo here, it just gives this team a different demeanor. Keep in mind, Cody Fajardo is going to be the starter through training camp. Last year, he was not.
Though he probably was the better quarterback in training camp.
Possibly. And several days he was. But that's, 5-6 games that the Elks can come out and take advantage of. Now, the schedule at the start of the year is tricky. They've got to go. They host Montreal. They're at Winnipeg. They're at BC. They do get Ottawa twice.
They get Ottawa twice, right?
So, I mean, if they can go through the first 5 games or 6 games at 500,
Well, then they're least in
I think that's a
position,
win.
and they won't be in last place.
Because what have they done in recent years? They've almost eliminated, not net technically,
Yeah,
but they've
they've
almost
been
eliminated.
mathematically a long shot by week 10 to make the playoffs. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Don't forget about lottery. You know what? Today, I bought some Lotto Max tickets.
Did you?
Huge draw tonight. Am I crackling or is that just my headphones?
I think that's just your
Just
headphones.
my headphones? Okay.
Do you want to partner on that? How much did you spend?
I don't remember. 15 maybe?
Oh, okay. I'd go half these.
Well, I'm sure if I won $70 million,
Would I see a bit
my
of that?
colleagues would
benefit a bit?
somehow benefit.
I would like that.
I don't know how. I'd have to work that out in my layer, in my hidden layer.
I was going to ask you this earlier because this discussion about the Olympic ice venue,
right,
hockey venue, is still somewhat up in the air, although I think they're hoping that it'll get done. Do you think the NHL, now this is this is very hypothetical because I think any arenas that are being built now are being built to spec.
Right.
But would you entertain the NHL allowing small changes in rink size, in ice sheet dimensions?
No.
You think it has to be uniform?
Well, why not? Like the NFL plays on the same field. All the NBA games are played on the same size court. Baseball's the only one that has different field dimensions, a little bit of quirkiness to it.
You would not entertain that?
No, why?
Just saying, if you lived in a world where you could.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even consider that at all.
Where's the fun? No fun in hockey.
There really is no fun. Well, there's no fun for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's much ado about nothing. The size of this rink. Like, really. You know, if it was in the corners or if I guess behind the net was a different size, I think that would make more of a difference. Why do you think baseball allows that then?
I don't know. And I think there might be limitations on how much they allow now or don't allow. But somebody just said the infield is the same size. Like the distance between bases is the same. The outfields are different.
Well, and the goal area in hockey would have to be the same size.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You
They wouldn't have
couldn't
different
change that.
size nets and different rinks.
No, and creases and whatnot would obviously be the same size. But like the difference in I mean, there's diamonds that are not geometric by a mile, like by a lot.
Well, correct. Well, for a while, Houston had a flagpole on the field. They took that out.
Who was it Houston that had the
hill
uphill
in center field? Yeah, I think they've walled that off now. Just to be quirky, be old school, man.
Why would you want to put your players in danger?
Well, why not?
Who'd want to play center field?
Danger's part of the fun.
Who came up with that? Who came up with an uphill in center field?
Who came up with a dog with a cape?
Oh, I'm not playing.
When did that arrive?
Is it? I can't hear.
I watched Superman for years on television. I never saw a dog with a cape.
We got a faulty unit here.
Do we?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We think they be splitting up. They may be on levels 5 and 6 now. It's from Star Wars. Everything's fine here now. Mild reactor leak. We're all fine here now. How are you?
Where did we used to plug it in?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we had to plug our headphones in, but it was just a cord.
Oh yeah, now we have the little volume thing. Anyway, we'll figure that out.
Are you completely dark?
No, it's crackling and I'm up and down. I couldn't hear the dog with a cape. Let's see if I can. Did you hear Paul Stanley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. Uh-oh.
Really?
I've wrecked something. Well, this is all coming apart. That's why.
Why don't we?
This thing's apart.
Bang it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just hit it.
Words of the day when we get back. Here's the coop.
Stuart Skinner takes the crease for the Oilers as they host the Sabres. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table for the action during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That airs at 6 o'clock right here on EST. 6 games are live in the NHL right now. The Senators leading the Devils 2-1 with under 6 minutes left to go in the opening frame. And the Golden Knights have a 2-0 lead over the Islanders with about 2:30 left in the first period. Double E News. Cody Fajardo has inked a 1-year extension with the Elks, having the CFL schedule release earlier today for 2026. The Elks open their season in Ottawa June 6th before hosting the Alouettes for their home opener June 20th. In the MLB, the White Sox have won the 2026 MLB draft lottery, with the Rays picking second and the Twins selecting third overall. To the association, Emmanuel Quickly is out for the Raptors tonight due to illness as they face the Knicks at 6:30. And there's only one other game on tap in the association. Live in the third, about 7:50 left to go in the quarter. The Magic lead the Heat 71-69. The words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Up next, here on the Reid Wilkins Show, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you can afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Yeah. It's the glue guy, holding it down. You know the vibe. Friday night lights to early morning strides. Used to lace up the cleats, crowd screaming my name. Now I'm lacing up Nikes, but the hustle's the same. Studio lights, hot takes, I'm running the game. Half marathons on Sunday, still chasing that fame. They call me the glue guy, sticking teams together. From locker room speeches to wild podcast weather. Never lost the fire, just changed the endeavor. Now I'm
all right, point of order here. Nate the Builder, loyal listener, great guy. Saying Zach Hyman was a Michigan Wolverine, not a Michigan State Spartan. But we still had people guess him as the mystery athlete. Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. So he wore 11 with Michigan, but some people guessed him as the mystery athlete when the clues were Spartans and 11.
Yeah.
Some people guessed Sean Horkoff.
Yes.
Who was a Spartan as well. We had a bunch of different guesses. Some people guessed Mark Messier. He wore 11.
We had a lot of guesses. We had Nuge.
I wonder why people guessed Nuge.
Justin Abdelkader.
Oh, yeah.
Mike York.
Interesting.
Pat Price.
Pat Price. There's a classic
Sean
name.
Horkoff. Ike Howard.
Ike Howard. He's current.
He was number 11 at Michigan State.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. So there we go. Fascinating stuff. Really is quite amazing. Oilers and Buffalo Sabres tonight, just over an hour away from Rogers Place. I'll be heading there right after the game. The Oilers 13-11-5, 7-3-2 at home. The Sabres are 11-14-4, and a really bad road record. They are 2-9-2. They just played last night in Calgary, and they were beaten. Skinner versus Lyon is the expected goaltending matchup. Oilers then close out their homestand Thursday against the Detroit Red Wings. Home games on the weekend. Toronto Saturday, Montreal Sunday. That's going to be fun. Fun collection of games. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me all impishly?
Oh, I agree. Sometimes silence means agreement, Reid.
Oh, no, fair enough. You just look like you're ready to hit a button, like to boo me off the stage or something like that.
Catapult.
Yeah, the CFL schedule is out. Go to CFL. You know what?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it.
Well, we do it quickly.
Very.
Now, I'm glad the commish wants to redesign the website. There are several CFL games this season that will not be played in the home team's city because of the World Cup. The Elks, for example, have their game on the road against the BC Lions is in Kelowna, right?
Yes.
The schedule just says Edmonton at BC. It should say somewhere in Kelowna, like in brackets or something like that.
Yeah, it's
right?
Saturday, July 4th.
The Toronto Argonauts will go to Saskatchewan twice. One of those is a Toronto home game, right? So the schedule should indicate Toronto, or maybe Saskatchewan at Toronto, but game will be played in Regina because Toronto will be the designated home team, but the game's in Regina because or something like that. As opposed to just like, I wonder what, because if you don't know these things, like it would be confusing. They don't have a good website. It's not as bad as CanadaWest.org.
Or U Sports.
Or the Prairie Junior Football Conference.
Oh, that's a doozy.
Where it takes you to the 2015 standings when you click on standings.
Obviously, you're looking for that, not current standings.
No. Tom Gazzola in the Nasty Chat says, big fan of the show. I'm a big fan of your show too, Tom. Oil Stream, GCL Diesel pregame show coming up in 10 minutes. Let's get to the word of the day presented by the Edmonton Public Library. They got a great team-building activity for groups who would like to learn how to create elevated dishes or set up a fun cooking challenge with your group. It's called Cooking for a Cause, fully customized. You pick what food to cook, what to drink, and what your atmosphere will be. Go to EPL.ca, look for Cooking for a Cause to get more information or to book your party.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Let's see if we can get 5 more thumbs up in the final 5 minutes to get to 120 for the show. That's a pretty good total. If you haven't clicked already, get in there and click.
Okay. Do you want the more difficult word first?
I want you to do it your way, Jay. It's a Harvey's burger.
Okay. First word of the day, imbroglio. Imbroglio. Fun fact, there's a silent letter in here.
I think this is, I think I know what it is.
Imbroglio.
IMBROGILO.
Say that again at the end. Imbroglio.
IMBROGLIO. Imbroglio.
I think the first time you said ILO, but I'm giving you the
LIO.
correct LIO.
That's what I wrote down.
Okay.
There's a difference between my talking and my writing.
Clearly.
As I was so excited.
That's why I wanted you to
Imbroglio.
repeat it.
Somehow I knew that there'd be a silent G in there.
That is a good one.
Do I know what this word means? I don't. Can I take a guess at? Because at this point, guessing does not cost me anything. Only getting a sentence costs.
That's
me
right.
Anything. Is it a night, or does it pertain to a to a wild and out of control escapade? Oh wow, you're thinking about it. I might be in the ballpark.
No.
Okay.
Dang it. Hang on.
What? Are you checking?
What did you say there? Sorry.
A wild and out of control escapade.
No. Can't give you that. One lesson of the GameStop imbroglio is that those who live by the sword die by the sword.
Say that again.
One lesson of the GameStop imbroglio is that those who live by the sword die by the sword.
Oh, it's like a it's like a common saying, some sort of common saying.
So you were closer on the first guess, so we're going to have to figure out the scoring here.
Oh, wow.
Imbroglio is an extremely confused, complicated, or embarrassing situation.
I should maybe get 0.1.
I think. You know what? I need a Hyman point tonight.
0.18.
So we're going to go 1.18. Or 0.18. So you got 1.18
Right, because I was more accurate that it was some sort of awkward, generally, situation.
Yes.
Right.
Second word of the day, paltry. Paltry. This is an adjective. Paltry.
Paltry. Small or meager. I was given a paltry amount of food despite how hungry I was.
Dun, da, da, da.
Oh yeah, I even got my own voice celebrating it.
3.18 out of 4, Reid. Not bad.
No, that's pretty good. But paltry, I've gotten some easier words lately. I think you're running out of words. I think the English language is running out of words.
But there are other people today that didn't know how to use paltry in a sentence. They're offering a paltry salary for the position. The professor announced they'd finally had enough of the students' paltry excuses for being late to class.
Fair enough. I consider paltry easy. Imbroglio. What's the definition of imbroglio again? That's a fun word. We should use that.
An extremely confused, complicated, or embarrassing situation.
And I said it was an awkward or out of control situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so not exactly right, but I was...
You were directionally there.
I was. My nose was in the right direction.
You were sniffing.
I was sniffing
the right area.
Coop and I were sniffing the right part of the grass to find the buried bone.
Maybe I should bring Coop in later.
Yeah, you know who else was digging for it?
Terry the turtle.
He was really digging. Listen to him dig. He's just pawing at the ground.
Call the dogs off. Help is on the way.
Oh my goodness! All right. We got to go. Tom takes over in 5 minutes with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Oilers Sabres at 7. I'll be heading to the rink right now. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Take care.